Hey, are we live? Somebody tell me, are we live? Can you see us? Happy Friday night, everybody. It's the Friday Night Live, but it's Friday Night Live plus podcast. It's two great things together. So, are we here? I'm seeing the Twisters in the house. Manny Afyaraka is here. Josh is up here in the house as well. Live, says John. Ken says we're live, Memorex style. I need my hair blowing back. We are live, says Kyle. He's still behind the green curtain. That green curtain's out there somewhere. Dustin Finds Rocks is up in the house as well. Good to see you, man. It seems like it's been forever. Thank you, Sonia. We're all looking good here. It's Friday. All right. Allison just got home, and she just got home just in time. Well, enough about me, you guys. This is the way it usually looks over here on my channel, but I think that we're across channels this evening, and we're going to bring everybody else in here. So I've got my channel, but I think that we're this guy, and I think that your audio might be playing us in the background. I think we've got a loop going. Your audio might be. Can you hear it?
Okay, I can hear now.
Yep.
It was like a 10-second delay of what you were saying before.
Yeah, it feels stadium style, right?
It's because we had the live view right here, and then I had YouTube pulled up over here on the side. So.
Right. Okay, so Kurt's in the house, and who are you, man? What's this?
A French toast warrior.
I've got like the best timing tonight. Like
it's that waitress timing, you know.
Yeah. Kurt's on his phone. And you're
you have your mouth full of food. How's your meal?
Right. Well, we did that on purpose. Yeah, that was because I'm too busy to actually stop and talk to you. So you're like, you good? Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Yeah. So like. Everybody say hi to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat say hi. How cool is this that we're all here in the house all at the same time? Like, this is the firstliest. Welcome to the Rockhound podcast live. So crazy. Can you guys see the chat, y'all?
I
cannot. I'm trying to figure that out.
Aw, I can.
Pull it back up real quick and try and mute it.
Yeah, that's what I might have to do too.
Hold on, I need to go grab a headphones real quick.
We're having technological difficulties.
I have to open a whole nother tab. Unacceptable.
Right back. I gotta go grab my headphones because they're watching TV upstairs, and that means everything down here is gonna be heard.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Could like talk about some copyright strikes for like all of our channels. Like,
yeah.
We all get like totally shut down in one foul swoop.
Thank you. All right, there we go.
Oh, the catfish hunter's in the house. Hey, good to see you. And Kyle says it only took over 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, don't do that. Come on now.
And Ken says go to split screen. That's what I did. The guru of online personalities.
There we go. I've got it. I got it split screen now.
Manny's like, stand by.
I just had to figure that out first. Oh no! Now I have it. Wait, no, I can. There's a sliding bar. That's right.
I can go back to our little intro and we can start it again if you want. You guys like the rock and roll intro?
Yeah, I didn't realize how good these headphones are, and I was like, "Hey, that sounds great."
Hey, I sound pretty good.
I was jamming. Wait, why am I trying to this? Okay, I'm not even going to question it. Whatever.
All right, Brian's in the house. He says, hey, Theo, Karen, and Kurt. Hey, this is so cool. It's like all the friends are here. Spot's here. Did I say hi to Boot also? Yes, Spot is splitting screen right now as well. That's a split spot situation. That was hard to say, actually. And Dustin, dude, I actually have good signal at my house now. I'm going to have to try a live stream somehow. Yeah, Dustin, that would be cool. Maybe we'll all go live here soon.
Yes.
Bob Hicks is in the house. Good to see you, Bob. Hello. Sticks and Stones. Oh wow, you're here.
I know. I don't know why it signed in as Sticks and Stones and not me.
That's
I never
weird.
know which one. It's weird. It doesn't have like a default. It kind of just is whatever it feels like signing into it at the time. So sometimes I sign in and I'm almost done uploading a video and it's like, wait, no, wrong channel.
Yeah. Love Faith is in the house. Good to see you, Love, before you like fly off of my screen. And Jenny Stone is also. Jackie is in the house. Oh my gosh. Eric the cat.
That's good.
Hello,
No.
Eric the cat. Greetings, Earth creatures. And Melissa M is here. Oh, and my mom's here. Hey, everybody say hi to Judy.
Hi,
Judy,
Mom.
Sonia, did I say hi to you? I know I already commented on a comment of yours there. So I just Papa's Gems is in the house. Very good to see you. Oh my goodness me. This is great. This is a big party. Bob's Rocks is in the house, which is to be delineated from the other Bob who's also here. We got a couple of Bobs bobbing around in the chat. Soul Adventurist is here. Good to see you, Cheryl. We're all getting ourselves sorted out. I hope that everybody has their hydration and whatnot.
I have step one, hydration here.
Okay.
Leisure hydration, which is ginger ale, comes later.
Leisure hydration. All right. For serious hydration to start off with, which the French Toast Warrior has designated.
Yes.
Salute, cheers, and Steinkern to all of you and your friends and your family. Be well and cheers. Kurt, do we need somebody hand Kurt something to drink?
Kurt, you need a serious beverage, not a leisure beverage.
Right. We'll work on to the leisure beverages in part.
I got some in the other room.
I'm sure. Okay, so tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick round of who we are and what we've been doing and our show and tell right off of the bat. We'll do a quick Q&A with y'all in the chat because I know you're burning with all sorts of like questions that need to be answered in real time. And then we'll go straight into the shows and tells that you are the stars of tonight. And so I just saw something. Oh, Brian is asking, you might mention chat is here on your channel. There's people on the podcast channel as well. Yeah, I talked to somebody over on the podcast channel. Maybe that's when I said hi to somebody. I think they're all getting.
I can't because I'm not a mod. Because I'm Sticks and Stones, not the Occultist.
Oh, you're not a mod.
I was about to make.
Oh no!
Somebody mod Sticks and Stones. Like, hey, one of the mods out there, can you mod them?
Yeah, can you mod me so I can mod Brian?
Right?
Okay.
It's a chain mod. So thank you, Brian, for saying that. If you are someplace and you're wondering where everybody else is, there's someplace else. Just so you know.
That was
on one of the other channel chats.
That was profound.
Thank you. I know I'm starting with the words of wisdom right from the top of the evening. Tiger Eye is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Did I say hi to the Rocky Mountain Bear? So Rocky's here. Good to see you. And so we'll start off with Kurt. Who are you? Where are you broadcasting from? How was your week? And let's have a look at your show and tell.
Okay. That's a lot all at once.
It is.
So my name. I can't talk that fast. Sorry. My name's Kurt with Rockhound Adventures out here in Western Colorado. Over the past week, I've been doing some wire wrapping, and the weather's finally kind of warmed up a little bit up into the mid 40s. So I've been able to set up my new 10-inch high-tech saw and start cutting some rocks that have been on hold for the last couple of years. And next was show and tell, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Next was show. Okay.
I'm
trying to like do it 15 seconds.
Windows, yeah.
I keep seeing my screen go up and down. So
I love it. Wow, we are on the rapid run here. This is great.
I'm trying to get into this little package real quick. And so last week I did a giveaway on Facebook and chose a lucky winner for a pendant of the Serpent Stone material out of Utah. Wait, where's the camera at?
Oh, that's so cool too.
There is the pendant, and this person will be getting this next week. And then the other show and tell is there's this large nodule that I found a couple of years ago out in Crystal River near Carbondale, Colorado, and majority of it is agate on the outside. There's the dark area right here kind of looks like fell's horns or horns fells. I always get dyslexia. I hate it sometimes. But anyways, I cut it open and it was really beautiful. Awesome patterns on the inside. The white is agate, and I think there's some marble and pyrite in there, and maybe another type of ore.
Oh, cool.
Can y'all see that? So
yeah, that looks good.
It's pretty cool. I'm going to get some slabs out of it and try and cap it soon. But that's pretty much my week and show and tell. Do I do words of wisdom too?
we can.
Oh wait, here you go.
You have a
because we're live. I had to do a crazy haircut.
Oh,
so
there's the wisdom.
There's a wisdom. I don't know what I was. My buzzer died last night, so I just kind of kept going.
Oh, nice! I love it. Is there a name for that?
No, it's not.
There should be, kind of like in the faceting world, how you have the different names for the different cuts. I
just hope it makes you laugh and so.
It's a trillium of some sort, right?
Yes, I sent a text message to him, our nephew, and I'm not going to repeat what he said because it's not appropriate for what he said, but he was like, basically, what the heck is that hairdo? But and he's very young. But yeah.
It's the Kurt Hawk, is what
there you go
says. I like that.
I like that.
You have your own signature hawk.
Yeah, I like that.
Digging that.
the claw hawk, I guess.
Rocky Mountain Bear says it's a loaded baked potato rock.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow.
Oh, is that on your chat or on the podcast chat?
I'm seeing the mashup of all the chats. It's the live.
Okay, I see it now.
Image. Yeah. So also, hey, thank you to Sticks and Stones for your incredible donations.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And actually Josh just also donated. Thank you, really sincerely. That is so
cool.
Sweet. Yeah. We so appreciate it. We don't do it for anything but the intense thrills of doing the podcast, but we do really appreciate the support. You're supporting our rock habits. So yeah. And rock habit accessories.
Brian, I learned recently that honey is the best thing with French toast in the world.
Oh, are we talking about toppings?
Yeah, he asked if I had for my French toast, and I'm like, nah, not right now. I'm going the honey route today. It's insane. If you haven't had it, honey. you gotta have it.
I would have to concur, and I'm kind of I'm not a honey snob. I'll have any kind of honey, but good honey is really good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I like maple syrup the best.
This is a problem because I already get distracted like crazy, and now I have a chat which is just a perpetual distraction.
I know, right? Especially if you see your name and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's
wait, a puppy.
What's talking
Yeah, right. Yeah, so don't mind us if we're just a slight bit in the ether. I think we all have our excuses. I know I have mine. And so French toast thank you so much, Kurt, for one thing, for your amazingly fast a whole smear of that could have been a whole podcast, but you did it in pit crew time.
Well, Theo said 15 seconds, so
yeah. nailed
We're
it.
speed running the podcast tonight.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Because
Dustin, I freaking love honeycomb. Like good honeycomb. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah, we
Also-
got quite the photo dump for the shows and tells. So
Yeah.
we're gonna try to speed through this so that we can get to y'all's stuff.
Okay, let me say one thing because he's here and I'll forget if I don't. Dustin, remind me to get a hold of you. Come springtime, I might be in your neck of the woods.
Ooh, cool.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
We're all coming.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, right? Let's all go. So French toast where, other than honeycomb on and honey on your French toast, what else do you have for us?
I have been doing a ton of faceting this week. I have remember we went to Oregon and Kyle and I went to the Spectrum Mine and got a bunch of sunstones. Well, I have been faceting those sunstones. So that video will be coming out probably next week. And there's a really tragic story behind it. Some tragedy happened. It was great art right up into the finish line, and then some bad stuff happened.
Oh, no.
Oriented a stone wrong, and then I lost one of the stones, all within about like 20 minutes of each other. So there's that. That video will be coming out next week. Tomorrow's video will be cutting rocks, and we got a break from the cold. It's like crazy nice over here, and Alexis got a random idea to go go to a bookshop that is only in Rapid City. So apparently we're going to the Black Hills on Sunday and Monday. So I'm going to make a video from the Rock Shed, and yeah, expect some very, very pretty like Tiger Eye and Sodalite, Labradorite, all this fun stuff. Cutting video coming soon. And we might be able to get to TB Canyon depending on what the weather's doing. So yay.
Yay. Sounds nice.
And there was great rejoicing.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. And so is there the shows of this lots of faceting and good stuff, or
oh man, I don't think I put it on the laptop yet.
Do you need some time? Do we like save it for after the show?
Oh, I do. Yay, I do have some.
Yay. Oh, Rufodris is in the house. I think you popped in. I put up a little thingy of Ken's photo dump comment from, I can't remember who said that. I think it was Jenny, but yeah, that totally happened. Keep going, French Toast Warrior.
Never mind. I forgot I don't have all the videos in there yet. So I have like 2 of them up to finishing the pavilion, but I don't have any final products. And I forgot about show and tell today.
Aw.
Oh, dang.
Sorry, y'all.
I forgot a couple of pieces too, if that makes you feel any better.
Down.
But Lisa's in the house.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
There's that at least.
Yeah, right.
Alternatively, I could send Karen a picture.
You can share screen.
It's not on my laptop is the problem.
I can share it. Yeah, you could.
Okay,
you can send it to the messenger, and I will attempt a share screen after the shows and tells, if that sounds good to you.
Sounds good.
So
Okay, everybody, don't let me forget that. So you have one thing. Like everybody in the chat, you have this one thing that you have to do is let me not forget at the end of all of the shows and tells to show the cherry on top of the French toast, which will be what Theo is sending us right now. And I guess that it for you, Warrior, or is there more Warriors?
That could probably be it. I think could probably be it.
Okay.
One sec. Yeah, you guys I'm going to just struggle here for a second. So you guys go on.
Okay, let me talk while you struggle.
Yeah.
That'll help. All right, people are already helping me not forget. I like it. Thanks. And so my weeks were crazy, as you guys all know. I got like a bunch of dental work done, and so I have been trying to churn out some jewelry and whatnot instead of being in pain. And so I did that. And so,
beautiful.
yeah, there's the sunstone, and then an obsidian, and there's a pair of earrings, and they're all based on ripples and rays, and it's kind of like the volcano fire and ice series that's getting me through the bleakness of winter. And so let's see, what else were we supposed to do? That's how I'm doing, and my shows and tells, and is that it?
I think so.
Is that it?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, like my big dental work was yesterday, and so I'm still a little loopy. So
Okay.
and I'm at the helm of this like platform, and so this is super scary. Like, I'm driving this thing. It's gonna be bad. Okay. So anyways, that's I guess what's going on with the crew. And Kyle's in the chat, and so he's doing rad, and of course everybody go and hang out in the sale tomorrow and on Sunday. Shouts for that. Does anybody have any other shouts out, and we can go on to some of the Q&A?
I sent the videos.
To screen share.
Sent the video.
Mission accomplished.
All right. Whoops, not forwarding it. Okay. You guys, do you guys have any shares or shouts, and or do you want to start the Q&A?
We can start the Q&A. This is all new, and we're still trying to get used to it. So
yeah, it's like
there's a lot going on.
Different day of the week. Yeah.
I think everyone switched over from the podcast chat to your chat onto your channel. So
is that what happened?
It just stopped moving. The last comment was Kurt Adventures Hawk, but from Bob.
All right. So thank you, Melissa, about the jewelry, and same with it's going too fast. Spot was up in there, and Jenny. Thank you so much for that. And Allison says Karen is driving the ship and under the influence. Yeah. Yeah, like the good dental stuff that they give you. So anyways, let's do the Q&A. So what I'd love for you guys to do in the chat is, if you have a question for us, put it in all caps, and that way we can see it. We'll pop it up on the screen, and we'll attempt to answer it in any way that we possibly can. And Spots first. There we go. Sale is tomorrow already? Podcast crew? What do we think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That checks out.
This is going well.
Sorry, what was the question?
It was just about Kyle.
Oh, okay. Right.
We're good. Yeah, Catfish Hunter is like buzzed driving. Yeah. That's what's
maple
going
syrup
on.
so good.
Oh, wow.
Why is maple syrup so good? I have no idea, but it's delicious.
There we go.
Sorry, random.
Maple syrup is like the loving juice of the tree.
It is.
It's funny because I'm not a honey snob by any means, but lately, the past like year or two, I've definitely become a syrup snob. Like, we got some of that like real good maple that's like $10 for like a little thing like that, and we can't go back now that we've had the good stuff. It's like
somebody asked up there if it was 420 time. It's maple syrup time.
It's always maple syrup. Yeah, real maple is the best.
Yeah, real maple syrup. Our honey guy, which is like the local honey guy that has the set up on the side of the road. That guy.
Yep.
He gets the Canadian maple syrup for us. Like, I don't know.
Cool.
He probably smuggles it in his Pinto over the water.
That maple syrup is legal tender up there.
Right. Okay. What is the worst you ever wrecked a booth at a restaurant after a day's hounding, and why is it always a Denny's?
It wasn't a Denny's. It was a Pizza Hut with Kyle and Kim when we were done at Blue Forest. Because it was the only place that was open that was still serving food. And we were like, all of our clothes were like 29 shades lighter because of how much dust was on us. And yeah, I'm sure we were like, yeah, it was ridiculous. Kyle, he's in chat. He can attest to this. It's insane.
It sounds like it.
It's so true. What
Yeah,
about
we
you,
were so freaking dirty.
Kurt? Do you have like a wreck the restaurant
I
story?
do not. I don't really go out to eat. I take everything out to the out hounding or the forest or whatnot. So
Yeah, we usually do too. We hit a greasy spoon. It would have been a Denny's if they had one in Prairie City, but they don't. And so we went to the greasy spoon, and we had camped overnight, and like the condensation turned into ice as we like were trying to flip the stuff off of our tent. Like it was so cold and like sort of miserable, and so we like crawled down out of the strawberries and the Strawberry Mountains and went down into Prairie City for breakfast. And they must have felt so sorry for us because, you know, they're just like, you know, here's your biscuits and gravy, and ran, you know, like we're just surrounded by a bunch of ranchers anyway.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. We didn't wreck it any worse than anybody else was. We didn't have anything that was unfamiliar on the bottom of our shoes than anybody else. Yeah.
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 I don't
All
think
right.
we have a Denny's in Billings anymore. We had two, and one caught on fire, and one
Oh,
is
no.
in like really, really bad part of town.
Oh,
So I think it
dang.
went under. So no Denny's in Billings.
All right. Allison's got one for us. What's your favorite stone to work with and why? Why? I know Kyle's.
Oh, I know Kyle's too. That's easy. That's really easy.
He actually hates it.
Right. It's part of his self-flatulence or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did I say that right? I don't mean flatulence. Sure he doesn't do that.
I don't know what my favorite would be. I don't have a one, I don't think, because it's a spectrum, you know?
So like,
oh, that's a fancy answer.
So like for me, I don't have a favorite stone that I like to polish, but I like more of like if it's like a soft stone and someone says that can't be polished, I'm like, I'm gonna challenge you, challenge accepted. I'm gonna polish it and just keep trying until it's polished. Nice. So like the last piece that I did like that was barite, which is a super soft stone and can crack when there's friction and heat and stuff. And it took me about 4 tries to finally get a cap, but I did it. So
yeah.
You
show that stuff.
I keep trying to think of like one, but it honestly depends on the day because like I love me some amylite. You guys know I love me some amylite. I adore labradorite, specifically rock-shed labradorite, which I'm stocking the heck up on for future lives. Because I love that stuff so much. But that's more of a like, I love cutting it. I like cabbing it sometimes, but I'm way more into the cutting it. Montana agate is never a bad answer, just because there's so much that you can do with Montana agate, and there's so many different options. Yeah, that's probably be my top 3.
I think I know Karen's. I was going to say that.
Yeah,
it's just the sufferer in me that, you know, chasing the rainbows have to say opal, you know. And actually that kind of like collides right into the next one, which is what was an unexpected beauty work. Like mine was a bigamite. Don't know it was chatoyant and has flash. Didn't know it has the chatoyance and flash to it. I have tons from a friend. Awesome, Rufo. So unexpected beauty. And go.
The most recent one that comes to mind is I was polishing amylite, speaking of, from a baculite, and when I got done polishing it, it had perfect impressions from the suture lines inside the pearl. So it's like
Ooh.
bright green
Stop.
and red, but it still has all the feathery branches inside the pearl. And I was like, that's the coolest thing ever.
I love those surprises.
Mhm,
Yeah,
same.
that's the most recent one. I'm sure there's plenty more that I'm not thinking of at the moment.
I would say opal again. I'm not kidding. Like, because you never know with the, like, especially chasing the ribbons in the boulder opal. Like, if you crack them open, if you have enough material where you could just, I'm gonna hit this with a mallet, and you get to crack them
Mhm.
open, and get splits and stuff like that. Then maybe it's not as unexpected. But when you dig through the ironstone for it, and you're just
Mhm.
slowly watching it, emerge out of
Mhm.
the ironstone, you just never know, the array that you're going to get. And so it's either like, you're wiping the, spray tan off of your face with your tears, but, or, it's amazing. Never gets old. Kurt?
That's a tough one because I haven't been doing cutting at all lately, except for this one stone that I just cut. But I probably have to say Labradorite is my favorite to cut. Just finding I guess, the more rare tones. Like it went like, let's say when you're cutting into like a area where it's just straight blues, and then you hit the violets, at violets, and just, yeah, very beautiful.
I
Um,
love me some Labrador Red.
mm-hmm. Feldspars
Definitely.
are amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. A little bit finicky to polish, but so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll jump on that crazy train. Jenny is asking, is iris agate just a thin slice of a certain Montana agate?
I answered that in the chat.
What did you say? 'Cause
That's what
So
I would
serious.
So no, iris agate can be any clear banded agate or chalcedony. So like Karen knows, it doesn't even have to be an agate. It could be a limb cast and still have iris. But the thing about Montana agates is it's just more common. Like there are certain agates that are more common to produce iris. Like if you get clear Brazilian agates, those have a really high chance to have iris. There's a type in Indiana that I can't remember the name of that has a really high percentage as well. But in Montana, agates are just one of those agates that have like a good, very high likelihood to have iris if you cut them the right way.
Great answer. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Does anybody have anything Kurt, do you have anything to peg onto that?
I like iris agates, but they're a pain to cut.
Yeah.
And they
I'm so
ruin my
happy about
blades.
this.
They're a pain to polish because, if
It
you
works it down so much. Like the grinding pads.
Yeah. And for me, like, people were asking me why, like, well, just dop it. And well, I need to see if there's scratches on both sides as I'm working it down to that, like, 3 millimeters or whatever, so that I can see that iris coming through. You could go all one side and then flip it over and dop it and go all the other side, but you also want to kind of gauge whether or not this stone is worth going that far for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's only got like little tiny thin bands, it's not really worth the time. That is
No.
honestly why I'm happy about my saw, because it's a continuous rim, which means it's very, very low vibration. So I can literally cut like 1 mil thick on my slab saw, which is insane. Because like it'll come off the saw and land in the tray. And there are times I literally can't see it because it's so thin it disappears in the little puddle of oil. Like it
That
becomes
is
completely
flipping
transparent.
awesome. That's
And
insane.
yeah,
That's
it is.
so
I love it
cool.
so much. But the
Right
best thing with iris, tumble. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's so much easier. Like cut them into
Yeah.
smaller pieces if you get big slabs, or if they're like like that, that's fine. Just throw them in a tumbler. I will never polish an individual iris slab again. I've been in the
I want
man. I'm not
into
going
that
back.
club. Yeah, totally.
That's what I just started doing.
Yeah, it's so much faster, and you get a
Nice.
more consistent polish, and you don't have to grind through your fingertips or ruin your plates. Like
Mm-hmm.
Iris and Montana agates, they're just brutal on tools. So yeah, anything I can like avoid using my tools as much as possible with it. When it comes to Montana agates, I'm gonna do that. So tumbling is the best way for me anyway.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Here's another one, and really quick, Silverback, welcome into the chat. Good to see you. And also, I have seen Lattice Sunstone, and oh my gosh, I need
I
some.
have a little bit of that.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
I need some.
I want some more so bad. I have like 2 little pieces, but I don't want to touch them because it's like, well, I don't know when I'm going to be able to find more.
Yeah, when I go to Tucson next, I'll make sure to get some. But at this time, I have seen it, but I no touchy.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's our next question. If you free access to go any state to collect, where and what? Is asking Jeff.
I'd like to come to Oregon. Like y'all have so much cool stuff, and I want to go like hunting with you and Kyle. Like go find the fossils on the beaches, and then go dig through Kyle's backyard.
Right. Now Stu's been there twice, and he's got stones each time, and me no, not yet.
I also want to go dig for fire opal too. That sounds really fun.
Oh, I'll go with you. I'm serious.
Okay.
We need to go down there too. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it. Do it.
No,
Do it.
I don't know that I have an answer because like I'm trying to think. Maybe New Mexico or Arizona. Because I love me some fire agate. That's like one of my all-time favorite rocks. There's just so many different jaspers and chalcedonies, and not even talking about the turquoise and the copper sulfate stuff going on over there. Probably New Mexico or Arizona. Because I was gonna say, Florida, but
you go there all the time.
or Oregon. I have gone there, and I'm gonna be going back next year probably. This year probably. I mean. South Dakota. That's not that far.
Another place I'd like to go back to is Vermont, and an area I used to hunt in central Vermont. Really beautiful garnets and other like conglomerates of different minerals. Jade.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Heck yeah.
I would say like I'm really kind of split. I really want to go back east, to Dustin Vines Rocks land and go like to Haunted Ridge and all that kind of good stuff. I really, really want to do that. But at the same time, like I'm also destined for going back to Arizona and Nevada and doing more hunting for the fire agates and the like turquoise and varicite. And like those are like an absolute, like my compass is already placed, and that's probably what's going to happen next. But one of these days, I would really like to go out and hang out with Dustin and go to all the fun stuff that's back east there. We're going to do 2 more. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, how many people are in chat right now?
In the chat?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I have to scroll up, and I didn't want to, but I guess
we have 48 in Karen's chat.
Okay.
So we got some there, and then we have some like elsewhere probably. I don't know how many different places we're streaming right now. We're just casting throughout the land.
So I'm gonna drop a bombshell real quick because I did during my last live, but it was still nebulous and we weren't sure yet. So I feel like you guys are the loyalists to the channel. You guys deserve sneak peek information. Ooh. So we are, in fact, doing a cross-country road trip. Next time we go to Florida in April, we are driving to Florida.
Yes.
Which means
we're going
to be so many places.
Right?
So, yeah, I'm super stoked. The route we're taking, I still need no promises yet, but we're probably going to go through Minnesota. Definitely going to Missouri. So Haunted Ridge was like one of my main stops along the way. We're thinking about Arkansas because I would love to do some like big quartz crystal digging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't have that much time. And then there's a ton of stuff in Alabama and Georgia that Derek has showed me and told me about. And yeah, I would love to do that. And then on the way back, we're thinking about taking an extra detour and coming back through Utah, which would be amazing.
Are you going to stop in Texas for some of those large ammonites?
That's what we're wondering. It's so far out of the way.
Yeah.
Because, like, one of the routes we can just like go diagonal down and then over and up through Utah. Because I was like, oh, we could go to Texas, and then I was looking at the map. I'm like, dang,
But
that's like
the map through Texas, I mean the distance through Texas from one side to the other side is so long and
Exactly.
so boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, when you go through the hill country, it's beautiful, but like it's just flat and hot and humid and miserable, in my opinion.
Eric the Cat, yes, that is one of the things I really, really am hoping for. And Rufo, I will definitely get a hold of you if we go through Utah. It's still a potential, but we're really, really thinking about it. It's one of the things I want to talk about more as we get closer, because we're literally covering from Montana to Florida is like the whole freaking country. So we were really hoping we could do like a meetup or two along the way.
Awesome. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Rockin' Wheelers, thank you so much for the super. We really, really appreciate it. It'll go directly to making sure that this happens more often and we're more organized. It'll go to safety drinks and stuff.
I think with being our first live, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. You can put that in all caps. Your answers to that. Spot wants to know, how do you find the angle to cut the labradorite to put the flash on the full face? We don't want half face. We don't want
I will answer this because I do this all the freaking
I'll
time.
let Theo do it.
So beyond frustrating to find. Like when I first started, it's like, oh, it's colorful and flashy, and then you cut it and you have to like tilt it all the way over to get it to flare. Okay, so the way you do this is you find the place where it's flashing. Like the color will always be on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
So you find the way it's flashing, and you want it to be basically like straight facing you. Once you find that, you cut if you have to tilt it a certain way to get it to flash, so like say I have to tilt it like that to cut it, I want to cut the opposite direction, which is really like kind of weird to describe. But when I come back, I will definitely have like a giant box of labradorite. So I'll do a video and focus on how
we were talking about that earlier today.
Yeah, because one of the main things I'm getting when I go to the rock shed is a ton of labradorite. So yeah, I can do that when I get back. Because it is a little tricky, but once you know the trick of if cutting the opposite way, you have to tilt it to get it to flash. It's really not that hard. You cut a little bit, and then if it's not quite where you want it, you just move it a little bit more, then cut a little bit, and then once you've got it where you want, then you start cutting more seriously.
Yeah,
the first
that's
couple
kind of
cuts are just shaving.
The way that you find it, if you've got like Aurora Borealis or Rainbow Obsidian or something like that, you start working the angle. There's like an absolute angle where you want to start, and then you can kind of hedge it from there.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Kyle says that he just got 2 parcels of rainbow lattice.
Ooh.
I guess I'm gonna be like tuning into the sale.
We're all gonna tune into the sale,
right? Good one, Kyle. So there's one more that I'm going to show right now, and then we're going to get into the shows and tells, and then we're going to do some more Q&A after the shows and tells. I just want to make sure that we get those going, because we could probably do this all night, right, chat? Yeah.
I gotta eat dinner.
Yeah, I haven't eaten yet either.
Yes. Old Adventures, you Cheryl asked a good one, and I want you to re-ask it when we're done with the shows and tells, if you don't mind. And then Ellison Mineralland, whom like she hangs out here and there, but like it's really good to see you here in the chat, so welcome. She asked this one, and so I think this is kind of an interesting question that I want to put in there. I do my best thinking when I'm out rock hounding. Tell me a brilliant thought you've had while out hounding. I like that.
Oh gosh.
Hold on. Can you read that one more time? Because I can't see that on my side.
So she's saying that she does her best thinking when she's out rock hounding, you know? And
well,
so
yeah, you're in your like zone.
Right. And so she says, tell me a brilliant thought you've had while out hounding. And, if you want to just talk about experientially, because I know like quoting one of your most brilliant thoughts is hard because you guys have so many. It's tricky to hone it down.
My brain is mostly just white noise when I'm hunting. No, not really.
I love it.
It's like just TV static when I'm out hunting. Yeah. I can't think of one specifically, but I have like an example that I could pull out. It's not really a brilliant thought, but it was totally a result of just like brainstorming while walking the river. Maker's Challenge was born from a random rockhounding thought.
There you go.
Oh, that kind of snowballed out of control, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, in my video that I did with Rookie, where we sent each other rocks to work on, that was also a result of just walking on the river.
Nice.
But I don't know. Usually my brain is going like 30,000 miles an hour. So if I don't like write it down and commit it to paper or digital paper, I'll forget it. And
you take the rocks and leave those pebbles behind.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. How about you, Kurt?
I don't. I honestly cannot remember any or how my brain is whenever I'm hunting. I'm normally just I'm so focused on those colors and random shapes. It's really hard to think of a idea that I had, unless it's like, I guess like the most only one I can really think about is this large boulder of smoky quartz and garnets and stuff that I got from Vermont. It was 80-pound, like small, like boulder, and I really wanted it, but I didn't want to like lug it up the river a good mile to the vehicle, so I broke a little piece off, and then it just wasn't out of my head at all. So like, it's the ideas, I guess, of how to get that one big piece back to your house, like all the different ways you could rope it, tie a rope around it, tie it onto your hitch and drag it, or build a little sled out of wood, drag it with you. That one I ended up just I broke my backpack, but I took 2 backpacks and like put them inside of each other, put it in, and then just hike it out of there.
That's crazy.
It's a hard question though, because when you're out hounding, you're just focused on what's in front of you, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely thank you for that, Kurt. I definitely feel like I have cathartic thoughts and being out in, like, oftentimes at the beach, but sometimes in, Pine Top or Slick Rock or wherever it is that you find yourself, the desert plains or whatever. It definitely, especially when you're not finding, and you're just walking, you're coming up with all sorts of stuff. And Rocky Mountain Bear says, I once figured out the meaning of life, but didn't write it down, so forgot it by the time I got back to the truck, which is basically Theo's deal too.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. It's like, there's so many good ideas, and if I don't just write them down, they're just gone. It's like, what's that one thing I was thinking about on the river? I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I was gonna say, I do remember a thought. There was one time I went out to this area to look for fluorite, and I wasn't sure I was in the right location because my maps weren't working and stuff. And I thought, man, if I just had a drone, I could fly it straight up and then like see my surroundings and then get back on path. So I need to get a drone.
Right, like lots of good ideas seem to occur to you, especially about survival when you're out there.
Yeah.
About what you don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, if this happened to me, I would really be to have something that I don't have with me right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That'd be smart.
I do a lot of brainstorming for things that I can't talk about yet. I think you guys know, but yeah.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, we're way too far out to talk about that yet.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
I'll remind you.
But I do know y'all were like tangenting on in the chat earlier today, so it may be about that.
No, actually, it was from the tangent like a month ago. One of
Oh.
many tangents.
A multitude can't keep track of those.
Yeah,
So those of you who submitted some of the questions already, I saw some other caps as I was scrolling down to catch up with the chat. Please hold them, and we will definitely get to them after the shows and tells. Just you have to submit them again, like for after. And Theo just ran. He's just like,
He's like, I'm out. I'm out.
too many capital letters for me, man. And so, with that, we'll cruise on over to the shows and tells, which ain't about me. Here, we're gonna get rid of that. Hide the comment, and then we're gonna go to the next. I'm being less than slick here. Here we go. Go to the next slide. How do I do that?
East Texas.
We're doing it. We're doing the next slide.
While you're doing that, I just want to respond to Holly's comment about
please do.
Not too many pretty rocks in East Texas. You can there's actually a lot of petrified and agatized wood in the stretch between like Dallas and Houston, and then you also have some nice fossils east of Houston too. So.
Holly Noel, thank you for joining us in the chat. Very, very good to see you. I'm seeing some new names out there, so this is awesome. And then we've got Blind Squirrel Rocks, and we have a mic flip and drop from Sticks and Stones. It's good to hear.
Oh, Theo's gonna be back. He's not gone. He just I don't know why he disappeared.
No, he's definitely still here, so no worries there. We'll go ahead and get rolling on with the viewer shows and tells. And the way that we compiled these this evening was from you guys posting on the Discord the podcast show and tell specific channel, and then also over on our email address. If you send us your pictures and a brief description, then we'll go ahead and share these on the next show and tell. So you can start now if you want to.
My leisure drink.
Oh,
just the dry. And so the email that's in the description of this video, you can use to send us the pictures for the next show and tell on, or just join our Discord, and you can join us all the time for the shows and tells, and you can drop them there in that channel as well. So let's get on with it. Do you guys want to take turns with this, or how do you?
I gotta abandon the chat because that's too small for me to read. That's like a size 3,000.
Shall I do this one, because there are many more that are much more simple.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Just with the split screen, it made the studio box tiny.
Yeah. So you guys all that are in the Discord know Patrick Donahue of Donahue Labs, and those of you also that are fans of the YouTube channel. He does amazing documentaries and did a really, really good one recently about sunstones. And so he said he'll kick things off with a few photos of faceting Ethiopian opal. The story is that he bought the rough from Kyle, World of Rockhounds. You can go shopping there tomorrow and the next day. Plug. And was nervous about working with it because I've heard the horror stories about issues with heat and crazing and dopping and acetone to remove the glue and how the colors get washed out during faceting. But it was a really easy stone to work with, and I think it turned out fine. What do you guys think? So there it is on the DOP, 1, 2, 3. And the coolest part was seeing the color fade and come back as I worked it with the water. Yes. The final 3 photos of the stone on a square of the obsidian, which we'll get to here in a second, are how it looks today with and without the flash. The very washed out photo of the stone off the top is when it first came out of the acetone and had very little color. So we're going to go ahead and check those out. But you can see like how milky it got in picture 3 of the 1, 2, 3 on the DOP even. And so you don't know what you've got at all. It's super weird, Melanie.
That is why
I love so beautiful.
There we go.
I know Karen and I have talked about this many times because I am one of the few people alive that sings Ethiopian opal and Wello opal praises because I flippin' love it. Everyone has horror stories about it. It's like if you force the crazing before you start cutting, you will never have to worry about anything Ethiopian opal related. Like just soak it in water, let it dry out. It will craze naturally. Then you can literally pop it with your hands. And once it's crazed, it's done. It will not split any farther. So what you have left after that is a stable stone, 100%. You are good to go. And I love
Force the Crazing as a t-shirt. TM.
Yes. I love Wello as an Ethiopian opal.
I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna gather my courage and work some of that because like this stone, whoops, I'm sorry. I thought I had one more. The stone before, I wonder if I can get that back. I'm sure I can. Here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we were looking at that one, and then this one. You look at this, and don't you want that? I mean, even as a faceter, I want to do it, and then as just a person that loves to have stones, like
the
I want it.
Is trippy because when it first starts soaking in the water, it will go completely clear, and you like barely any color was left, and then as it starts drying, it will turn like solid white, and it's like, well, there goes my stone, it's ruined. And then after a little bit of time, it'll clear back up again. But it's super trippy, and it's actually awesome. Again, I'm going to continue to sing Ethiopian opal's praises because it's like one of the few opals you can rehydrate. A lot of opal crazes because it's drying too much. You can rehydrate Ethiopian opals, and it actually really likes the oils in your skin. So if you take your little opal, rub it on your nose, I'm not even joking. Like, actually, the same thing with pearls.
I've done that before.
No, everybody in the chat, like, you're a liar if you haven't done that before.
No, it's true though. Like
I've done that so much
with pearls. That's
I wouldn't publicly say it though.
You do is rub it on your nose because it really likes natural oils. And it hydrates it and keeps it from getting all cracked out and dry. And Ethiopian opals are the same. And I love them so very much. You don't see people faceted enough.
Therapy too.
Yeah, exactly.
The energies.
Thank you, Patrick. Awesome. You're fighting the good fight. And I'm
right.
Here with you.
That and stop not liking shells.
Yeah, exactly.
So is this also too small for you? If somebody can read that?
I can do
I can
and then I can read it. It's
okay.
Just all right. So Ken, I will share these. Spencer opal, two-sided, Mexican opal in matrix, Ethiopian opal, Mexican leopard opal, Australian lightning ridge, Ethiopian with honeycomb pattern, Brazilian opal, and Australian lightning ridge. Starting theme with opals.
Yeah, because this was in chronology on our Discord, and of course the first was Patrick's opal. Yeah, well,
Patrick's.
Patrick's. Yeah, and then he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do an opal dump as well.
I still have not worked Spencer stuff. I want to work Spencer opal really bad.
Yeah. I think that Spencer, maybe one of the next times that we are all in Kemerer-istly. We can go up. We can go up there to.
Those were like by a wide margin the closest opals to me. They're only like 4-hour drive from me. I don't know why I haven't gone.
And it's supposed to be a really good time. I haven't been there either, and half of my family is from about an hour or so from there. So I'm kicking myself in the tuchus as well.
Yeah, I need to just do it. Probably this year will be the year we finally do it.
We're just going to do everything this year or next year.
Everything.
2024 is a good year to do it.
It is.
This is a continuance of what the Mexican, and there's the honeycomb that's there on the right hand side, the flipping
Okay.
honeycomb. Like, I can't wait to work some of that. You know,
That's
if I'm gonna
beautiful.
get brave, I want to
I
do
have
that.
1 piece, 1 chicken to touch it. I'm not
Yeah,
ready yet.
right.
I haven't worked any opal, so I take that
Aw.
back.
Yeah.
The Muka opal I've been trying to work with, but
I was like, haven't you just worked opal?
yeah, it's been a pain, like a serious pain.
It's a bit of a pain, yeah.
I would think
Okay, so
Muka is harder to work with than other opals. I would think. No.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
know.
I've heard
It's just
from some
different persnickety-ness to me.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
all persnickety in one way or another.
They've got their things. Yeah, their thing. So we've got the lightning ridges on the right, and I'm trying to think of what his explanation was, but there's that other one on the left.
The one on the left, is that the leopard one?
Yes.
They must be.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're
I was
totally
gonna.
paying attention.
Well, no, I just got some of that opal in, and it looks similar, just not polished, but
Nice. It's
very
pretty.
beautiful.
And I believe that he said that these were lightning ridge as well. At least one of them, maybe a Spencer and a lightning. One of the things that about the Spencer is a lot of it is thin, so you end up having to do like a doublet or a triplet with it.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of crazing involved. I mean, but you know, that's the deal with opal, is that you know, that's part of the dynamic excitement is whether or not, you know, your piece is gonna hold itself together.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Flake apart as you're trying to work it. And so and congrats on the settings as well, Ken. Very, very beautiful job on all of the pieces that you brought to us, and thank you so much. And did I thank Patrick? I don't even know if he's in the house
I
tonight.
thanked him for fighting the good fight.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so thank you for fighting and also for showing and telling. All the things. And so also this is Intarsia, and Intarsia is something that you don't come across that much in the lapidary world, which I think is a terrible crying shame, and hopefully we'll be needing to change that. But Ken's got a wonderful array here of some different applications. I love that dino bone in the middle, but when I opened, like, you can see what my preference is. Like, I opened the last one and I was like, ooh, I need to see that one closer. Because, like, you know, the shell fossil plate thing going on. And I really, really like the way that he framed that one as well.
They're really beautiful.
Oh man, we need more Intarsia in our lives.
I want to try doing that. That looks like
you
fun.
need to. There's no excuse.
It's been decided.
Good.
I'll try it too.
Yeah, I've had a really good time with it, but I've also done some fighting. Like, if you don't approach it with the right adhesives, things will fall apart in your hands while you're trying to lap it. You know, like in the final, and like that is heart wrenching. Like having something fall off a dop or whatever. Yeah, there's some.
Thea knows all about that. With that one that disappeared.
Oh, man, no kidding.
Disappeared.
Did you ever find it?
No, I didn't.
It's in your wall somewhere. I guarantee it.
Yeah, when he moves, you'll find it. I am afraid. So thanks again, Boot or Ken. Thank you so much. And we're moving on here. Do you want to take this one, Kurt?
Yeah, I can take this one. This one's from Chris Rudefritz. I can't ever say that word. Name. Sorry, Chris. It says, this is my last month of work on cabs. Just a couple are retouches I did on old cabs, but all but 3 are brand new.
And so I took a couple close-ups here just so that you guys could see that a little bit closer, on account that he took the, you know, that kind of whole shot. And what I think is really super fun about the array that Rufo did here is that they're all, like, some of them seem calibrated, but most of them seem freeform. And I absolutely loves me some freeform as a jewelry maker. you know, because I think that they're a little bit more unique and they kind of compel you to create a cool design around them instead of
Yeah.
it being like, and I'm not dissing, I'm not throwing shade on rounds and ovals and teardrops and stuff like that, but you know, it's so cool to work with something that like just begs for a cool setting. I don't know, that's just me.
No, I totally agree.
I completely agree as well.
Yeah, so not only a cool array of shapes, but a really nice array of different stones. And dude, like you got some turquoise that is just
I was eyeing that. I was like, is that turquoise? I think so.
yeah, some really really nice.
That's really
pieces.
beautiful.
And beautiful polishes too. Like
Oh yeah,
good on you.
spectacular.
Yeah, glad that you got your flat lap back up and running, Rufo.
Yes.
Because I know that there was a bit of a challenge
gap
there
there.
going on for you. Yeah. And so thank you so much for throwing those stones at us. We always love when you do. Just throw all your rocks at us, people.
Don't break your TV, your computer, or your phone.
Yeah, just the rocks. All right, and so Aiden had this to share with us. Theo, do you want to take this, or can you see it?
I can try.
I can see half of it.
My upcoming video is on some tenebrescent?
Yeah, that's why I gave it to you because like I'm, you know, my teeth don't even meet correctly right now. I'm not saying that.
I think phonetically it's tenebrescent, and that's what I'm saying now.
I'm going with you on that one.
Tenebrescent.
I like tenebrescent.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. My upcoming video is on some tenebrescent hackmanite. I've never heard of that, and the piece
I'm gonna
is
take a picture
too
of that.
cool not to share. It
Yeah.
really is.
It is too cool. No, you guys, it's about to get better.
Okay.
And so
Escalate.
yeah, take that in, get your screenshots and all,
Oh,
and then what?
Whoa.
That's cool.
So front
real
and
cool.
back under long UV light here. And I'm so glad that he did this for us. I you know, this is beginning to get really sexy actually.
Oh, wow.
And then front and back under shortwave UV light. Thank you so much for the rave show. Aiden, you rock. And so these are the things that make you want to go out at night, right? With your UV light and go rock out men. Because like, you know, if you're gonna be getting the tenebrescent, guys, I want to be finding this right here.
Same.
And so like the chat's like, ooh, it's amazing. It's amazing. So that is from Aiden. Thank you so much. And I believe he's got a video out on this bad boy. And so go check out the Ontario Rockhound. And who's this guy?
I've heard of him.
Oh, I don't know.
You want to take this one?
He's somewhere way out west.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Currently rockhounding, Jared. Sorry. Got sidetracked. The chat's going crazy.
Yeah, I know. There's a butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. This is Jared from Curly Rockhounding. You can use these or not, but I'm sharing summertime adventures because winter is very depressing. I 100% agree.
Absolutely.
Covers up everything that's beautiful. I mean, it is sometimes beautiful, but it covers up everything that we look for. But to get back to what he was saying is also some colorful, I can't say that word right now, colorful, jasper from Western Washington.
Okay, and so
and
yeah, you love that view, and you know, these guys like definitely, him and Sarah go after the views, and so he's guilty of manning a fire tower. They are certified to do so, and so we're seeing, you know, the sunset from up top in the higher picture, and of course
So cool.
their stallion parked below the fire tower there. Yeah. And oh man. Okay, so those of you, everybody who knows Jared, even just like faintly.
Assault.
Yes, thank you. Why are we taking this picture, Kurt?
Because it is cut. There's so much basalt. There's mountains of it.
Yeah, just stuff growing off of basalt. Yeah, is basically the title of this picture. And so we know Jared was in his happy place, and
Ooh,
then yeah,
that's
this looks
beautiful.
like it's from the fire tower, from that
Mhm.
shot before, the beautiful glow. And actually, that's our background right now because I liked it so much.
I was gonna say I recognize it, but I
Yeah,
couldn't figure out where it was from.
look past
But I
all the
just
pictures
saw
that
it.
are on your screen, right? Yeah, that
Ooh,
was what
that's
was going
nice.
on while we were trying to get our stuff
Wow.
together at the very beginning of the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's awesome.
I believe this is the aforementioned wet jasper.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like I'm assuming that's a large boulder, right?
It kind of looks like it, given its surrounding. I love
Yeah.
seeing the stones in situ.
Now, that stone is one that you would start needing a brilliant thought of how you're going to get that sucker back home.
Right.
Watch it. This is just like forced perspective, and that creek is like a foot across.
Oh, right. There's like a giant
Well,
praying
Jared
mantis.
is he's into the micro minerals, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the outlet from the faucet at his camp. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm gonna totally do that.
I think this one's one for you, actually, Theo.
Yeah,
Yes.
boy.
My boy Travis.
Yep.
So some beautiful Montana iris that will be in my next video, and also don't forget the Bear Canyon agate video.
And I
That
did.
is some good color.
I'm going to promptly say that I think you have to go either to the Discord, or I'm gonna have to like share it in a future event. But yeah, like technical difficulties begged us to just look at the pretty picture, though.
Yeah, that is some good color.
That's beautiful.
So we were talking about the iris agate before, and I thought that this was a really good illustration of not only how the iris comes out. So those of you who are looking for iris in your own parallax agates, you need to cut it thin. You need to get the light behind it so that it can refract that into your eyeballs. But also, this is something that Theo pointed out to me when I was looking for the stuff. And you're nodding, so I think you already know what I'm alluding to. So why don't you like divulge what we're looking at there?
What specifically? What?
Yeah. Well, like there's a telltale, like the iris. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your tell. Yeah.
Oh, whoa! What just happened?
You're fine.
Num.
Oh, yep,
he's gone.
Not fine. Famous last words. It's that
there he is.
10-second delay.
There you go.
Something happened. I got scared.
And the meaning of life is
the screen just went black out of nowhere. I was really scared. Yeah, the quartz. For the Montana agates, the quartz is like a major giveaway that there's going to be some color up in there.
And I think that's somewhat true with the iris that I've pulled out of the limb cast. Quartz is present as well. So I'm wondering, I like, since I'm going to get my PhD in this, rocks in general, I think my dissertation should be on that what's going on from the morph from parallax agate to the quartz that creates that iris lattice.
Because they're usually
something's going on
in conjunction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, or if somebody else wants to write that dissertation, I'll share it here.
Yeah, I'll throw a couple bucks at that funding.
Right. Yeah, I'll do a super chat on that. So, anyways, yeah. So those of you, because I know that there's a lot of you out there that are really enamored with these, like we are, and you're asking these questions. Well, this is what you're looking for, not this picture. Of course, you would want that, but like when when you're looking at your agate and you're cutting your agate, is there like that creamy quartz center? And then you really need to be looking at those parallax closely, and you need to get the right angle of light behind it, or else you're never going to see it. And also it needs to be that thin.
Yep.
So
Yep.
5
If you
to 3
want
millimeters.
more detailed instructions, Karen and I both have videos on how to hunt for iris.
Mostly Theo.
Well, we coordinated that. So yours was like the science
That's
behind
cute.
it. Mine was like bare bones. All right, this is what you're looking for. All right, see that?
Get
That's good.
some. Yeah.
See that? Not as good.
Yeah. With a bunch of help, I was able to do some video with Theo on that. And so thank you very much, Travis. And Travis is saying in the chat that it's not polished. Wow, brother.
Yeah, that's gonna be
that's
nice.
gonna be an incredible iris then. Those are some sexy shots just as is. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I want that.
One sec, I'm here still. I just gotta
He's gone again. He just fades off.
Right.
His voice goes robotic.
Yeah, pixelates on into the interwebs. Hunt for the Rockies. Jamie Christensen sent this to our Rockhound email, and he says, "Hello, this is Hunt the Rockies, and I wanted to share the finds I made from 2023." The show here in Billings, Montana. Had a great time and loved talking to Theo, who just left the room, and and his better half.
He shall be back.
Yeah, and so we're looking at a Montana agate right there.
Oh, I hear him.
Not dead yet.
I'm still here, I swear.
And so what I love is like it's always nice those sexy shots that you see like the whole rock in the black background, but when you see the hand in the picture, kind of like what we were talking about with Jared's picture and the Jasper, where you're not entirely sure like how big is that rock. Well, we can see, this is another one of those honker Montana agates, and here's some of the juicy filling that is inside. And I love, and when you see a Montana agate, the Montana agate as soon as you see it. Like there's no question. There's the dendrites, there's the those
they are a one of a kind, and they have every good aspect an agate can have, and they're the best agate, and I'll do fisticuffs with anyone that disagrees.
So Theo, even though you're not here, can you still see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, to be clear.
Yeah, I'm here. I just had to do something really quick. I'm coming back. I just had to pop in and say, Montana agate wins.
Okay, we've had his testimonial. Hey, Kirk, thank you for coming into the chat. Good to see you. And we've got different patterning here too, which I think is really special about the Montana agates as well, is like you never know what you're going to get until you open that up. Like there's the like telltale signs, but it's not like they're all going to look the same at all, which I think is super cool. Like, oh, here's some more. And I remember that with some of the iris, when Theo and I were doing the project together, actually looked like that stuff on the left too. And so, it doesn't have to be just a clear parallax. Like there was this really busy, like almost kind of like leopard parallax that had like little dendrites and all this other stuff going on inside it. And I didn't even think to look behind. And then Theo sent me a file where he had one that looked almost just like that. And he was backlighting it. And sure enough, that thing was lighting up like with rainbows like crazy. And so, if you slice the one on the right towards his palm, like because it's got that quartz in the middle, you don't know. Maybe that one would be iris right there. And so, anyways, kind of helping to keep our iris eye goggles on as far as that's concerned. And hey, Kurt, you want to do this one?
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
I'm almost kidding if you don't want to read all that.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can like zoom it up. Zoom in a little bit.
That's a whole bunch.
Okay, so Dustin with Dustin Finds Rocks says during the 1960s, the road construction on Highway 55 revealed amazing agates / geodes, geode nodules in chert. These nodules, known as Union Road agates, were named by all of the Rockhounds parking on the Union Road exit of Highway 55 to collect these nodules. They have only been found within a small 2 to 3 mile area in St. Louis County that has been almost completely developed. This makes it extremely difficult to find these beautiful agates, but they are out. They are out there. Here are some pictures of some. My friend uh,
I think
Kyron.
that's Kyron. Yeah,
Kyron.
like almost Karen, but
Okay.
like
I was gonna say Karen, but then I was like, no, doesn't sound right.
What happens when you
These
mix
are
Kyle and Karen into one human?
there you go.
Yes. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? It would have a lot of long hair, I think. At the very least.
Where was I?
I'm
Here we
sorry.
go. No, you're good. I lost my spot. Here are some pictures of some my friend Kyron found in a subdivision under construction early this summer. I'm going to try and find some of my own soon. No thunder eggs in Missouri, but I'm okay with that. Hope you enjoy these amazing agate geodes my friend Kyron found and photographed. She takes amazing pictures. Real quick, I almost want to say to everyone that's in the chat, construction sites are great areas, depending on where you live, to look for some cool minerals that have been dug up. Just make sure that you have it's legal for you to go on to construction sites because they're still basically private property. So in
true.
most cases.
Yeah, it's awesome, like dredges and construction sites and all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you're okay to be where you are, and then have at her because that's all the like awesome fresh material. There's a lot of stuff coming down right now too. Just depending on where you're living, if you're getting like the sort of landslidey stuff that we're getting after our like freeze and that sort of thing. As soon as it's safe, that's going to be some nice fresh rock hounding. So okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I see a big happy face. Like mine.
Wait. Let's go back to the happy face. Sorry about that.
You don't see it?
I'll
He's
never
like
see that. Yeah.
That was the first thing I saw. And the other one's like a little like drunk, like smiley face.
Right. Like they're kind of leaning towards each
Yeah. Okay.
That's great. I mean, he was saying that she takes some awesome pictures, and I was like, I went through. There were a few more slides than what I'm going to share with you right now, and they were all spectacular. I did have to like do some editing as far as how many I included of everything, or else we'd be here all night. Which somebody up in the chat said, like, how about you guys just running until Kyle starts? Like an all-nighter with us, and then Kyle can like pick it up tomorrow morning.
I can't do that.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
guys don't want that.
Yeah, I've passed that point in my life
Yeah,
where I can do that and not lose the next 3 days.
It might be like entertaining, but
Yeah.
it's
The delirium.
Yeah, there would definitely be some rock delirium happening. And so here's another threesome. And what I think is really interesting about these, for one thing, that postage stamp where they occur, like, is pretty remarkable. They're only in a very, very small area, but look at the variation that you've got in there. You've got these incredible blues and purples that are coming out. You have some really rich iron tones like the reds and the ochres and the yellows, like some incredible banding. That one in the middle, it's all parallaxy like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And then like the ice that's over to the right. So just a really remarkable variation. It made me really want to like, okay, that when we were asked earlier about like where we want to go, like I'll take a 5-gallon bucket full of these guys.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
any laced agate, I'm all for.
Right?
The
any
laced
fancy
goodness
agate.
with botroidals.
Right? Like I'm not being picky, but
But
like laced with bots. Yeah.
yeah.
Ken says that we need to work in shifts if we're going to do that.
Yeah, probably.
We'll pass the baton for the next like 17 hours or whatever. that sounds like quite the grind. Are you guys all going to hang out with us? Is that the deal? Like, do you promise
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
here
if
the
we're
whole
doing
time
it,
too?
you got to be here because there's got to be a commitment on both ends. Is what I'm getting at.
Right, you got to make it all the way to the end and then
Yeah.
buy a bunch of stuff from Kyle as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, everybody will be quite delirious by that time, so it might like loosen the wallet strings a bit.
That might be a big a good play for Kyle.
Yeah, right. And the softening show, the Rockhound podcast, like is like the green show before Shakespeare.
Exactly.
Okay, this is so we talked to Ken back on one of my first lives that I did with a guest. Well, I think it's the onlyest live that I've done with a guest actually so far. So monumental. So he was talking about this like this outdoor studio that he had created, and I love low-tech outdoor studio stuff, and I know that Kurt does too, because that's what we do. You know,
Yep.
when it's good outside, you go make the mess outside, easy peasy. You get in, you get out, you clean it up, and it's done. So he's got this as requested, my rock studio on shoestring budget. Just got the light. Doesn't quite fit through the holes that are already there, but I can build them out pretty easily. And you see, like, okay, he's got a shower chair as the table. He's got a camping chair as his chair. He's got his Dremel on like a rigged armature that brings it up, like that's the Dremel flex shaft. So you want the pendulum up above you, right? Your motor up above you, so that it's at your work area. And then you can see that he's got his saw like over on the side on a flipping tea tray, like and it's all good. And so this is genius to me. Best workbench ever, holds up to 300 pounds, because those shower stools that you buy, are made to like fit people that are maybe even somewhat, difficult to move around and that sort of thing. They got to sit down to shower. And so up to 300 pounds. So, your rocks aren't going to break it, guys. I love that.
I like that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kurt.
I was just going to say, we should do an episode where we have, instead of like viewer show and tell of rocks, of your like workstations. Yes. I think that would be really cool.
Chat, do you want that? Because I like, tell us in the chat or in the comments if that's what you want. I agree with Kurt. I am a studio workplace voyeur. I love to see other people's workspaces.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. You get so many good ideas. And so again, you can see from a different angle how he has his Dremel flex shaft set up. He's got an egg tray. That's an egg tray that's holding his rocks. They're on the shower stool there. That thing is like waterproof, rust proof, because I run into rust a huge amount here on the coast. And so having something that's built to go in the water already is genius.
Yeah.
And you can see like everything straps on to the back of that chair, like his light and stuff like that. This is so cool. Okay. And so he just says that he needs to get it up on a riser so that he can get it a bit higher, because ergonomically you want to make sure that your rock working area isn't going to give you like a neck ache or a back ache or a wrist ache or any of that kind of stuff, because those of us that do a lot of lapidary know that you are working at it all day and you are forgetting about your body. Like I don't know about Kurt and Theo here, but like I'll forget all about that. Like I'm holding my wrist in the wrong way, or I'm like cocked over to the side when I'm working on the flat lap and I'm doing
the next day why your neck hurts. It's like,
So yeah, setting up your workspace so that you're not like paying your chiropractor to haul you out of trouble is a good thing. And so he was sitting there grinding away on his rocks, and the mailman pulled up and delivered 18 plus pounds of rock that he got for under $2 a pound delivered. Dudes, that's really good.
Nick,
Yeah, it's a score. It was advertised and it was advertised and PNW, like Pacific Northwest agates and jaspers. I'm not sure if that was in, but that could be a typo. First was a 2-pound chunk of what he thinks is Brunio jasper, and so I would say that that's pretty gorgeous stuff, like some really, really nice banding there. And let's see, I just lost my not cred.
No, sorry. I saw my sister in the chat, and I'm like, I was sending a little message to her in the chat, but on the wrong channel, and then I was like, crud.
Lindsay,
yeah.
Hey, Lindsay. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much. Rufo just popped into the chat. We're showing off work areas next time. Yes, I would love to see your work area and everybody else's. And don't even clean it up, because I like to see the mess people and the chaos people make. Don't make it a put on. Be real about it.
I'm experimenting at the moment.
Yeah, you've seen Theo in mine, so like.
Mine looks like straight up tornado-y sometimes.
Right? And so here we have some graveyard point plume agate from Oregon, of course. And he was actually asking me if I knew I guess the nomiker of some of these. What is interesting about the plume agate, and there was a chat, I think, going on either on somebody's live or maybe in the Discord, I can't remember anymore, but about the trade names. You got to watch out for them, because like the claims will have their trade names, like the Regency Red and that sort of thing. And then you've got like all the rest of the material that comes from there that doesn't necessarily have a name. And so this is graveyard point gorgeousness. But, if it's not from a specific claim that has a trade name to it, then you don't really call it like the Regency Red or, whatever the blue plumes are and that sort of thing. It is what it is. So that's what I think it is anyway. If it wasn't sold to you from the dealer with a trade name attached, then it probably doesn't have one, is my guess. You guys want to weigh in on that?
I agree.
I think me and Theo are paying attention to the chat. Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's fine.
I just have nothing else to add. This is true.
Right on.
I agree.
Yeah, I just saw my mom go by. Yes, I can't imagine how crazy I would get tidying my jewelry bench. Right? Yeah, I learned from the best, you guys. Like, that's my mom talking about her jewelry bench like being a chaos. And so yeah, but I still want to see the pictures, because it's really cool to see even people's like chaotic workbenches with like half-made projects and stuff like that on them. I mean, that's fascinating. Let's face it. Like, that's the voyeur part of it, right?
That's a problem right now with me, though, is because that would like spoil the next like month and a half of videos. It's like,
you should take a picture of yours and then
spoiling.
do like the little black, things like, yeah, like
yeah, the bars everywhere. The whole thing is just censored. Highly confidential.
All right. And so let's see, on to the next one. Glass Butte Obsidian in Oregon, another one. And he was also wondering if this was a green sheen. And my guess would be, from my experiences, that this is Aurora Borealis. And I was hoping that the Wizard of Ob would maybe also weigh in on this. Like, this is the barcode side of the rock. And when we were talking about labradorite before, we were talking about cutting it at the right angle. And this is not. This is absolutely not the wrong. Yeah, exactly.
It's very much wrong.
Yeah, it's almost petting the kitty the wrong way. The hair.
Yeah,
You're like, oh. And so you'll
is
find
running as fast as you can up the down escalator.
yeah, it's the best. Yes. And so this is like it looks like a great, nice big chunk. So you can play with the angle, and that's what you'll want to do with this.
Yeah.
But that, especially this, can you see my cursor? Can you guys see my cursor?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, that's rad. I didn't know that was happening.
There's been times when, like, when you're explaining something, I'm like expecting it to like move around, but then you're not doing it. So okay.
let me draw your attention to this band right here, and this guy up here. Like, that's what makes me believe maybe it's a Aurora, because that's the way that it kind of sets up. And if you cut it like at like an angle from here across like that, then you're going to see all of the layers of that color, and it will just pull it apart enough so that you can see it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the ones that we were finding look like.
Yeah, even Kyle is saying it's hard to tell the variety. I need to see a top view, because like, we're really seeing it from the wrong view. You need to see it from up here, right there, or even the bottom of the stone. But
hey,
not
we
this
got
side.
Patrick up in the house. I was commending you for fighting the good fight earlier. You'll have to watch the whole thing to find what moment, because I didn't look at the time.
It was about the opal.
Yes. I don't know.
I can't remember anymore. Like, can you imagine after 17 hours, we could like an hour and a half, and we're like, it's like a fork in it. We can't even remember that. Well, have fun with your company, Patrick. Thank you so much for dipping in, and thank you so much for lending those gorgeous shots of your faceted opal. That was at the very front of the show and tell, because it was so gorgeous. Yeah.
Yes.
This is the Morrisonite and Picture Jasper, the Morrisonite to the left, the Picture Jasper to the right. And he was wondering if that's a Wahi Picture Jasper, and it looks like it could be.
Think so. That's the stuff that I use for the Maker's Challenge, framing it. So I think that is Wahi.
Yeah.
Or how do you pronounce it?
Wahi. Like, that's the name of my puppy. Yeah, like we have Lily, Ochiko, and Awahi. So
it's so funny to me, because Picture Jasper is like a very, very popular rock in the community, regardless of where you're from. I have never owned a piece of Picture Jasper.
Oh,
what?
That's good to know.
For realsies, I've never had.
Everyone, send Theo Picture Jasper now.
Right. Everybody that owes him a box is going like, oh,
yeah.
Cool. You know?
I'm not even. I don't have any Picture Jasper.
All right, that's good to know. That's like kind of like putting it on your Amazon wish list, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I just think it's funny, because it's like I'm outside of the club. It was the same until Jackie sent me Lake Superior agates. I had never owned a Lake Superior agate until Jackie sent me some.
Yeah, I think
still the only Lake Superiors I own.
Wow. Yeah, Marlena sent me my first of those, and Jackie sent me my second. Jackie sent me my very first of several of those back east agates.
I need to get some of those.
Oh. Another Amazon wish list going up, guys.
I've never had any LSAs.
I'll go through mine and see if because Marlena and Jackie both were pretty generous with me, so like I think you need some.
It's all good, Jackie.
Yeah,
they're amazing to me.
Yeah,
see, that's the trick, is giving rocks, is giving them to people that have no frame of reference. So like, you know, you could tell me they're great. You could tell me they're not great. They all look good to me. I don't have anything to compare to. So
right, like what's a bad LSA? Like it doesn't exist. Yeah,
it don't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Off Your Rocka, Manny just said that his studio is about to get turned into a faceting machine graveyard, and what I'm hoping, as far as that goes, is I know he just got into faceting, which is good on you. Like, let the infection like get us all. Everyone must facet, but I'm hoping that means that you are refurbishing some faceting machines into working, because that sounds like an absolute dream. That'll be very cool. Good on you, Manny. Keep up that good fight. And so cool. People are giving Patrick his props as well. And moving on to the mystery purple seam agate, also from Ken. This is all from that box that he was talking about that got dropped on him, that he got like for under $2 a pound. Did he say?
Oh wow.
Flipping amazing. Yeah, like he really scored. So does anybody out there want to weigh in on what this purple seam is? I'm thinking that
do I see plumes or no?
I think you do. Because this is the rough, and I mean that's like that's a wet, unpolished paste. Like face. I see some drop
beautiful
lines
stuff.
there, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
It's pretty.
That's what my professional opinion is.
Yep.
No idea.
Oh my gosh, everybody is like, Theo, Theo, what? You don't have any? Theo doesn't have rocks, you guys.
I don't have any picture Jasper. It's not something I've ever had.
Alice, so thank you so much for joining us, and have a good weekend as well. Cheers to you. All right. And so sorry Ken for not clearing up what your gorgeous plume agate was, but yeah, we love this stuff. Makes me weak in the knees, really.
I love this stuff. Okay, so Karen, this stuff comes from Wyoming. When we go to Kimmerer, I know where this site is. We're going.
What?
I know where this site is in Wyoming.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I'm gonna start camping tomorrow in Kimmerer, waiting for you.
What I'm saying,
yeah, we're going.
Stuff too, but I literally know where that site is.
A friend of mine built their own house. They got some of this for part of their countertop, and and they invited me for dinner. And
you just said it was like not eating, just looking at the counter.
Yeah, it was the worst guest ever.
Just like ignoring everything that's being said.
Yes. Of course there's a jewelry loop in my purse, so
looking at it.
Yeah. So at any rate, good for you, Ken. I hope you make some incredible stuff out of that, because
I love that stuff.
That's stupid nice.
Yeah.
And look at how fat it is. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Got like this, there's meat on them bones. You can get some slices out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Says me. Yeah. You need any help with that? Let me know.
Let us all know.
And so, that brings us. I can't believe it. That brings us to the end of the actual.
Crazy.
What? And so we did it.
And we did it.
That's so crazy.
And you guys all did it too. Thank you so much for sending your beautiful rocks in to share with us. And if fossilized bacon, says Eric the cat, like there's always bacon. There's definitely bacon plumes, and some of the laces look a whole lot like bacon. So I'll agree with you there, Eric the cat. But and we got pluminite. Thank you, Travis. I love it. So thank you.
Jenny. I'm sorry.
He was completely zoning out. And then
I said, I have show and tells too.
Oh my god!
I forgot about it. I'm sorry. I got really excited when I read that.
I'm supposed to share that, huh?
Yeah. You're right. I forgot all about
Okay, let me see if I can get that now.
Oh.
Updrive and Jenny Stone, you guys are on it, because
you guys play with like the chat or like fill in while I'm like looking for the thing. No, keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
No, you can't do that.
I thought you were saying okay.
No, I have to find the thing, and so
I know.
I
was joking. You told them to keep going, so.
Doing a good job.
Oh yeah, so my haircut. So there's my haircut again. It's very strange, but I made it where the beard hooks around my ear.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It's it's a stage prop. Like it actually hooks on.
It actually it's a beard that actually hooks onto my face. I just need to put like glue on it, and then when I shave it, I can send it to Kyle. He's always jealous of my beard.
Oh, that would be hilarious if you sent him a parcel of your
Yes.
shaving.
Yeah.
I was just bored. Actually, my Jackie, my razor died last night, so then it inspired this. After I got it charged. What's best is when you go into a store with a haircut like this, and then all the like weird looks you get.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, clippers. Out of control. Yes, they are, Rocky.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, guys. It's taking me forever to find that file because I have to share screen it.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Oh, my gosh. That may get a little dangerous, Ken. I don't know if I trust Kyle with a blade of obsidian against my face.
Ken wants to see some blood?
Yeah.
Question mark. Oh, can we see that? Can you guys see that?
Can.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ooh.
So these are sunstones that I did.
They're beautiful.
There's a Portuguese round and an emerald cut, and they are both pieces that I found myself, which is pretty cool.
Isn't that? I love the ground to finished gem kind of thing.
I think I
That
sent
is
another one too.
Amazing. Oh, didn't know.
That was a nice one that I loved.
Are you serious? No, you just sent me one. Go check your
I think I
Facebook.
sent two, didn't I?
Uh-uh.
Let me
No,
look.
but if you want to send another one, I will be happy to go through the same thing I just went through. To
I
find
thought
that.
Oh no, you're right. I did just send one. Good, you're on it.
It's so beautiful. Let's
You're
watch
right.
it again, everyone. Here we go. Gonna see that again. And I love getting
There,
videos
sending.
from Theo because you can always hear rocks tumbling in the background.
yeah.
It's like
Or the
SMR.
saw going. Yeah, there's always like good rock shop sounds in the background.
Yeah.
It's sending just slowly. We're working on it.
Okay.
I love Portuguese rounds. I sing their praises at every opportunity I get.
Yeah, and within the last 2 hours.
Literally, yeah.
Truly.
Like we were literally just before the live talking about Portuguese rounds and how amazing they is. You're just not going to send, are you?
No, I just went to go look for it. It's not there. Okay, so you guys, we're gonna field some more of those questions that we didn't get before while Theo's show and tell is coming through, and so put them in all caps if you have some questions. And I know that Cheryl had a really cool question for us from before, which I probably should have like copied and pasted someplace, but I just am not spinning plates that good tonight. But handlebar mutton chops was a fun one. Yeah. Yeah. If I could grow a beard, I so would play with that. Like, I think that's so great. Like I have a friend that every now and again like is rocking the Elvis or something like that. And I'm just like, yes, like this.
There's just so many options.
Yeah,
There is.
exactly. It's so cool. Like I get how it's not fun to like have to shave your face. Like some people get like random like weird cheek,
That happens
stubble and stuff
normally,
like that.
like immediately afterwards. But
Yeah, and so I get how that's kind of like a pain in the rear, but like the creative options are so worth it to me.
what's more of a pain is when you shave your face and it's like 15 degrees outside.
Ooh, right? It's very cold.
Very cold.
Yeah. I definitely know all of the man folk that I'm around always grow it out during this time of
Yeah.
year. And then I think it's hilarious because like then we go out to like the east like we did during the ice storm, and you grow like all of the like frost on your beard, you know, and like where
Yeah.
you're breathing
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, I think it's so funny. Like, okay, I'm not actually going to take a picture of you right now because you don't want to see the icicles coming out of your nose right now. I doubt.
It's just not gonna send apparently.
It's too big. It's too massive and beautiful for,
So-
for the Facebook to
Yeah.
even be able to deal with, right?
So there's a question from Daniel, plays with rocks, saying, "When did you all start rock hounding?"
Oh yeah. Okay. And
When,
then we'll do this one.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
When
who
did y'all
wants to go
start?
first?
Theo's starting.
Oh, Theo started.
I was like 6, and we went up to the Pryor Mountains to look for fossils, the devil's toenails, Griffia oysters, Griffia arcuata. And yeah, that kind of just set the. I love the name. It makes me so happy because on the one hand, you've got the like typical Montana, Wyoming slang of devil's toenail, but the actual name is Griffia arcuata.
It's
Stop!
so
You're
much more
saying like a
elegant.
spell.
And you just can't help but say it with a little snobbery.
Right. Thank you, Lovey.
But yeah, that was when I was like 6, and we used to go up there all the time. I was always into fossils, not so much rocks early on, and then I kind of got out of love with rocks, and then later on in life, I rediscovered my love of rocks, and it got real out of hand, as you could see.
Yep.
Yes.
But it technically
Melissa's-
started when I was like 6.
Melissa's poking fun at you that you're on dial-up.
Yeah, because my freaking there it's at.
Funny.
Here's what's going on. My phone has 32 gigs of internal storage, and it is completely full. So
Okay.
everything just stops working whenever it hits full. So I have to go delete some stuff.
I
and
totally
that's literally
understand.
why it wouldn't send it's sent now. It just
That's-
finished.
I just heard it come in, and I just think that's hilarious. We've got some riffers out there.
I know.
We're gonna have to run it like an MST3K style one of these times and just get riffed hard. But yeah, after
I
this
know,
question,
Alexis. Sorry.
after we answer this question, Kurt and I'll go ahead and weigh in, and then we'll show the video of Theo's, and then we'll do
much anticipated video.
Brian's question too. So, Kurt, how did you get started?
So I got started. My Uncle Brian and my I guess grandparents always took me out camping and fishing, and then we'd also go out and look for native artifacts. And that's pretty much how I started looking for like rocks and stuff. And then back in like 2000, I guess from my entire life, from the 90s all the way through the like 2010 area, it was mostly just hunting artifacts in Central Texas. And then whenever we were getting, me and my girlfriend were getting ready to move to Arizona, she opened my world up to all the other cool rocks out there. The labradorite, and sunstones, Christicola, like all just a larger range of minerals that I wasn't aware about, just being stuck in a small town in Texas. So since we moved in Arizona, I would always, every time we would go out to the forest, she would be reading, and I'd just be out exploring the creeks in the area, and then find stuff, take it back to the rock shops, find out what it is, and that's how it pretty much started. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great question. I love it. I think it's always interesting to hear how people get started, because we know that we're all so afflicted. My family is a ground score family, and so it was all about, always like if we went to the beach, we were finding shells. If we were out in any other kind of nature, it was like what was on the ground. Are we finding the horns off of the deer, like the sheds, or are we finding rocks, or like the juniper berries that have like the little holes in them, like the ghost beads and stuff like that. And so, yeah, we're that kind of family, and my mom and my grandfather really were into what to do with the rocks too. And so there was like, I think a lot of people stop at like, well, what do you do with it once you find it? Is it like just a collection? And it helps with the impetus of what you're doing. If like, yeah, and then you make something out of it, you polish it, or you make it into this or that. And so I think that's pretty much how I got into it. Like resistance was futile. My family made me do it. And I've loved it ever since. And so if mom's still in the chat, she did well as far as conditioning her kids to always keep their eyes, 2 eyes on the trail and then 2 eyes on the ground at the same time somehow. and taking us out for that kind of exposure as well. And so really quick, we'll do this guy. Look at that. Let's get her going.
I made that.
Ooh.
You did that?
I did. You can see the schiller in the middle of that one.
So pretty.
That's cool.
Yeah.
My first
Tell us what we're looking at.
It's a sunstone. It's Oregon sunstone with schiller in the middle. That little pink flare is the schiller. First time faceting schiller, and it was a process. And then I promptly lost it right after that.
That's so sad. Seriously. Yeah. That, like, experiencing that with you in real time was not good.
Yeah, that's
that was seriously painful.
Still pretty grumpy about that.
Ooh, yeah. Another one that you might find when you're moving out. Yeah. And so, Brian, thank you for those shows and tells, by the way, Theo. Like, that's always like faceted eye candy is yeah, especially if it's sunstone. I'm always a fan. Like, that's number 2 right now. Like, I know that the stones always fight each other for their place at the top of my hierarchy. Opals are kind of there, and like, well, what about the fossils though, Karen? I mean, like, they're way up there, but like sunstones, I could just like eat a bowl of them with milk for breakfast with honey. I don't know if you need the honey though, really.
The honey is the way to go.
Yeah.
Your face when you said that.
You're right. See, this is like probably what you'd miss if we weren't doing this live, guys. Yep. Yeah, like Kyle probably needs to come back and edit us, but we'll go ahead and keep on. So Brian is asking, what YouTuber do you want to hound with that you haven't yet?
There's a huge list. Like, I can't even like name them from the top off the top of my head. There's so many. Midnight Minerals. I like to go hunting with Crystal Collector. Theo Kellison.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Travis 406. Katie did. Ozone Fine Art. Hofob. I mean World Rockhounds.
Well, that's an inside
joke. Who else? There's so many. Outlaw Rocks. Currently rock hounding. This list just goes on.
That is a good list, though.
It is a good list.
And if you're not on it, you probably are.
You just don't know
it. Yeah. Like, there's like Yorkshire fossils over there in the UK.
Oh my gosh.
Yerrick,
Chris,
right?
What is Chris's?
Rudifus.
No. Yes,
I like he's on the list too.
Rufo, but like Chris and what's her name? Science. Theo.
Adventure Closet.
Your friends over in Florida.
Oh, Paleo Chris.
Yes.
And Wild Kyle.
They're
on the list too.
I don't know how to weigh in here.
With
Yeah,
Paleo Chris. Here. You guys know that. Yeah.
Ambuscade too.
My favorite cheese. I mean, how did I not remember that? So sorry, Kurt.
No, you're
I
good.
intervened on you. Like, let me stack your list for
We're
you.
all like I was gonna say Amberscape too. That would be cool to go up there with Eric and hunt amber.
Oh yeah,
The list just goes on and on.
Yeah.
it's endless. Yeah, this is a good question though. How about you, Theo?
Just
That
rookie. No,
oh, just
I'm just
rookie.
kidding. Just rookie,
So
dog.
happy together. You know,
My boy. No, I mean like
friends.
rookie, Kurtz, Jared. Love to meet up with Taylor. I haven't reached out to him, and you.
I get that.
I don't know about this. You guys are hearing this before he is, but I want to talk up on our trip. Like Ma'am Lambo. I mean,
Yeah, rookie.
it's not like
Man,
I don't know.
Lambo.
For me, it's a checklist of friends to meet in person.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jackie, rookie is the answer.
Also, a rock hounding life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they're all over the place.
So many. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like
you guys have
too many to list.
Yeah, you guys have named so many of them. Like all y'all in the chat right now. I'd like let's all go hunting together.
Yes.
Marlena, I would like, and she's kind of close by. It's like pathetic that I haven't like driven up the coast and just like shown up at one of her spots. Like, hey,
yeah,
just be
surprise.
A photo bomber in the background.
Totally, yeah. You know, and I consider it really amazing that even like given the space between us, like you were saying about Rookie, which would be absolutely amazing, and of course Manny and all those guys that are out there in Australia, Silverback, but and then there were two.
Bye, Kurt.
I bet you he'll be back.
Yeah.
But you know, I was just gonna say, like, just how amazing it was to meet you, Theo, and to be able to hang out with Kyle and the channels that I've met just briefly. You know, it's just so cool to have the community that we do. It's hard to name one without naming everybody that's out there, because you guys are all just awesome. And I know we'd either have fun hunting, or those of you that are more makers would have fun like setting stuff on fire and like melting metals and stuff. I mean, it's just
for sure. Like,
yeah.
There's no
I'd hang out with everybody.
I want to meet all of them at some point.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know,
which
means, you know, like really we should all figure out a meetup at some point. Hopefully we can, you know, if it's like Tucson next year, or
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, or a summer meetup someplace that's like a good central spot. You know, of course I vote for Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah. So Allison is saying it would blow my mind if any of you found me at one of my spots. I get way lost. Wouldn't that be great? To just like, you know, at like Monty Python style, out of the like from behind the hill. It's.
I mean, that's
we're coming for you.
That's why I never run into anyone when I'm rock hunting, because I go like way out in the middle of freaking nowhere. So it's weird whenever I run into people, it's at places like Blue Forest or, you know, Kemmer, where there's other people and it's a well-known spot.
Yeah, totally. Kyle is weighing in. Let's see here. There's well over 100 channels. It is very hard to pick who to hound with. Isn't that so true? I mean, seriously, like you guys are all so much fun. Hey, Sean is in the house also. All y'all, like wherever I find myself, I hope that one of you can come along. You know, like if I'm dropping south, all you Cali people, or you know, going north, all you Washington people. I know I'm going to Montana at some point.
Montana way, of course.
Yeah, it's
I know. I don't I want to meet up with Rob again, but I don't know that our path is going to go over to Michigan. I think it goes further south. I think is the route we were looking at. Rob was awesome to go out with, though.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, yeah, it's always like an experience to go with somebody else who has different eyes and offers all the different perspective, and it's totally different than watching a video.
Yeah, no, totally.
When you're hanging with the person. Wild Kyle.
I freaking love Kyle. Kyle's one of my favorite humans alive.
Right?
The whole Florida
back
crew
on the
is
show.
just like beyond fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
The zaniness that's on camera, it doesn't stop when you stop the recording. Like, it's just the whole time you're out with them, it's like that the whole time. And they're, oh gosh, your belly hurts from how hard you're laughing by the time you're done.
How awesome is that when you get like the ab workout just from hanging out with somebody?
Yeah, when you get around Derek, Kyle, Bree, and Chris, like, it's game over.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's a fun bunch right there. Plus, you're finding all this stuff. I mean, really, that's like such a happy place.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so those of you who had questions, we dropped it, and they're way up in the chat now. So like, put them in the all caps again, and I'm sure we're gonna reel Kurt in here. But if you guys have any more questions for us, we'll field those before we.
He's backstage. We need to rescue him.
Oh, he is. I'm so glad that we have the chat to communicate.
I was doing the private chat, but y'all aren't responding.
I don't have the private chat up.
Oh, the private chat for the pod, on this video.
That. Wow, I can see them now.
Okay.
It totally helps if you look at your entire dashboard while you're trying to do something.
I don't know what happened. It just I set my phone down and accidentally hit a button, and I was gone.
Yeah. We're playing musical chairs though, because
now Thea's gone.
Yeah, he probably had to go get some more safety drink. So nice, Allison. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and pop them up here. Here's one. Okay, if you thank you, Cheryl. Right. So have mercy on me. I'm not a full deck of cards tonight. Third try. If you trade skill sets with anyone, who and why? And Kurt, do you want to take this one?
Ooh, I don't know. I like y'all's skills that y'all do with like prepping fossils, like bringing the what was covered up back to the surface. It just seems like a very meditative state to kind of work and do that. That's something that I'd really like to start doing.
That's a good answer. Yeah. There's Mam Lambo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He would be one to trade some skills with. I mean, gosh, he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Good night, Daniel plays with Rocks. Thank you for joining us, and hello, Val Summers. Thank you for joining us as well. There's such a long list. This is kind of like going rock hounding with people. There's so many people that I so value seeing what they do. There's I think I'm getting the name right. Daniel Hargrave, I think, is a cutter, a faceter, and a concave cutter, and also carver of faceted stones that just blows my mind. And right now, since I'm kind of in the faceting,
phase.
Well, yeah, seriously rabbit hole situation, alternate universe, having some of those skills would be amazing, just to hang out with him and try to figure out what it is that he does. I wouldn't want to trade skill sets because they'd get the wrong deal, the raw end of the deal. Like I would just love to hang out and get some of the shine off of some of these people. But yeah, definitely metalsmithing skills and faceting skills would be something that I'd really, really like to pick up on. John, I think it's Mazzaros, is also a metalsmith that I'm just like enamored with his work. Let's see. Kyle is saying, Soul, you have to forgive her. She even forgot what she bought from me when she got her box. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's true. Like I'm like, hey Kyle, who gave me this? And he's like, yeah, you bought that. I thought it was a gift in my box. I was like, I totally don't remember buying this. But that's don't buy gems at the same time as getting heavy dental work done, people. Being on sedations and things like that might be kind of dangerous. Okay, so we'll ask this question of Theo when he comes back. We have another one here though that is another. Oh wait, real quick, Theo, if you could trade skills with anyone, who would you and why?
Anyone?
Yeah, I guess anyone.
All right, okay.
I mean, that's what she says.
I was wondering if like in the rock community or just anyone. Because if anyone, Adam freaking Savage. Because he knows like I was a borderline absurd amount of skills, and I would write everything down for the short period I had his skills, and then when I came back to my body, I would be like, I would evolve like a Pokemon.
Right.
To my final form.
That's a good answer.
Adam Savage or Jamie Heineman.
Right. You guys are both welcome on the show, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're out there listening.
Adam Savage is like one of my heroes.
Hit us up in our Discord.
I would die.
Right. I know. Total schoolgirl stuff there.
Speaking Rocky Mountain Bear, tattoo it all on your forearms. Speaking of Adam Savage and tattoos and forearms, he has the freaking smartest tattoo ever. He has a ruler.
Yeah.
With like all the different measurements on his arm.
When you stretch, amazing. When you get older, like you're no longer metric.
You just got to cut some skin off.
You're going to the plastic surgeon, dude. I need to get calibrated.
Yeah. My calibration's off.
Right. I love that. All right. What material is your arch nemesis? Oh, that's such a good question, Cheryl.
Oh no.
I love it. Right? Everybody's going to go to their unhappy place now.
I know mine.
I think I know mine.
Kurt knows mine.
Do I?
Yeah. Oh, I think I know now too.
Juniper Ridge Fire Opal. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, right.
I've never had a stone fight me so hard than Paul.
I know that.
Oh my god!
I remember now.
Did he just freeze?
Am I frozen?
Me?
Me and Kurt are just like rocking back and forth.
Karen froze.
Everybody froze.
Oh.
Everybody froze. Like that just broke the internet. That
did it?
Yeah. Juniper Ridge Fire Opal, which I'm about to put on Adopt.
Oh my gosh,
guys! You guys broke the internet.
Maybe you'll have better luck than I did, because oh my gosh, I've never faceted a stone that fought me, and I've faceted celestite and fluorite, and I've never had anything fight me as hard as the Juniper Ridge.
Oh gosh! All right, looking forward to it.
Yep, buckle up.
Yay. All right. Thank you. How about you, Kurt?
My stone probably be Larimar. I love working with it, but it cracks and fractures so much. You have to be so gentle, and using the flat lap, you have to use a low speed. And when you're obviously you have to use water to help the laps, but like you want to take breaks with it. You don't want it to get too hot. You don't want it to get too wet, because the wet, it's a very porous stone, so absorbs and then wants to like separate, and it's very hard, but it's very beautiful when you get to the end result.
The other problem with Larimer is that it forms in sprays.
It does.
So it's not like a stack layers like an
Yeah.
agate. It's just in every direction. So
Mhm.
one direction may be fine, and another direction may cause a huge blowout. Like, yeah, it's tricky to work with for sure.
Yeah.
But it's for me, it's a love-hate because when it does work, there are a few things like Larimer.
Mhm.
That's a good answer. And I think a lot of people concur as far as that's concerned. Like I haven't met that many stones that I don't like. So I would say that my arch nemesis would probably be in between Montana agate and opal.
That
Because
hidden hardness 12.
yeah. Like, oh, are you ready? Like somebody was talking, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was talking about like, spending 5 minutes per phase, like on each wheel or whatever. Oh,
Mhm.
heck no. Like,
Not on a Montana agate.
yeah, there's no way. I'm accustomed to settling in, for like an hour.
On one
Like,
stage.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then going back,
Yeah.
oh, and then I'm gonna polish you until I see the scratches, and then I'm going back to you, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oh gosh.
But it's again, like you said with the Larimar, it's so rewarding both with the Montana agate and the, especially if it's an iris and the opal at the end. It's worth the dodginess. Like fire agate doesn't have a fit on you, like opal can. And Montana agate, sometimes you're just like, are you even serious that there's a scratch? Like, are you even
Mhm.
serious that I gotta go back a stage? Like, stop it.
I hate that so much.
It's just like, yeah. You almost start like selling yourself out. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna lower my standards today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. At any rate,
gosh.
but I haven't worked the Juniper Ridge fire opal yet, so I might change my answer.
I hope you have better luck than I did. I'll say that right now.
If I can find my piece, I'll send you a little piece of it for you to try.
Well, I've got
Why
like
it's just
I got it like so I've been wanting to go to the mine like you were talking about, Kurt, and so we'll go.
Mhm.
Like somebody gifted me a bag that I wasn't too drunk to understand was a gift in one of Kyle's boxes. And so I've got some to dop up, and I'm like, oh heck yeah, I'm so excited. It's so glowy, kind of like amber, that like, I just can't wait to get my hands on it. And then yet I remembered like there's like this aftertaste of you guys like both, just and so I'm gonna jump in, but you guys might have a different a different Karen in 2 weeks. 'Cause
yeah.
it'll probably happen in between now and the next podcast. So I'll report back.
Yeah, I want to try it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe I have the rest of a parcel to send you. Who knows? Like, I might be done. We'll see. What's the weirdest place that you guys have gone rock hounding? Crazy Rocks wants to know. And hey, welcome to the chat, Crazy Rocks. Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you. I know the weirdest place. So I
Good
don't know if I want to say it.
Yeah, right. Are we giving stuff away by revealing?
Well, the weirdest place would probably be the end of my toe.
The end of your toe.
Yeah, like when you're out cutting, it's a little shards flake off.
Oh yeah.
And then like when you're outside barefoot and you're cutting and you step on it and then it gets embedded, and then you're just like for months, you're like, my toe hurts. Like what is going on? And then like it finally starts like working its way out. I pulled out a little quartz crystal, I think.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the weirdest place.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I didn't pull that out. Tessie pulled it out.
Oh, so she was doing the rock hounding. I see.
She was like, oh, this is not the type of rock hounding I want to be doing.
Oh no. Digging through flesh. Yeah. That's hard flesh mining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my weirdest place.
That's a good one. Theo, how about you?
I think weird is probably going to be relative. Because like it's not really weird if you live there. It's not weird at all, but it's just so different from the way I normally hunt, and that is for sure the Pleistocene fossils and the shark teeth and the Miocene shells that you find in Florida, waist deep with a screen, digging holes in a creek bed, like.
Yeah.
Putting things up on the screen when you're in waist deep water, like that's bizarre rock hunting compared to what I normally do, walking the river or digging, splitting concretions for fossils. Like that is nice. It doesn't get any more different than that kind of rock hunting. So it's not weird if within that frame of reference, but compared to what I normally do, it's extremely weird. Honestly, though, other than that, like in the traditional sense of weird, I don't think we really have gone anywhere that's super weird. It's usually just like a normal site or, a riverbank or like, I don't know, middle of nowhere. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm really racking my brain trying to think of somewhere bizarre, but I can't really think of anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, usually where rocks are found is where you're hounding, and so that seems like the natural answer.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I think that the strangest thing was my yard after Ochi ate my sunstones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's it. Finding the sunstones after was the strangest rock hounding that I think I'm doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oregon is a place that has a lot of precipitation, and so stuff gets like washed and like sort of starts disintegrating, because it's not like somebody would go like out of their way to find something that they knew was ingested. I like, that's not my style anyway. But yeah, like, I'm just cleaning up afterwards going like, oh, there's some of my sunstones. And Ochiko is my dog. One of it's the only blue healer I have. I have 3 healers, and Ochi is the middle one. And he likes to eat sunstones. Like, and so he'd come and actually eat them out of my studio. Like if I left something that was low enough that he could get in, to something back here, like I would be getting ready to facet or something like that, and he'd come and steal the sunstone off of something and eat it, and then it would just end up in the yard. Yeah. So that's some strange right there. And so I like this one from Ken, and thank you for that question very much. Ken wants to know what is the name of Theo's final form? Theomander?
Theozard, thank you. Probably.
You say with authority, like it was already known. Oh, that's great.
I assume anyway.
Your dream shop has what in it that your current shop does not? My answer is shelves. Okay, so she's talking about thank you, Allison. She's wondering, because I was thinking like, oh, you mean like the shop that's nearby that I need to buy things out of, because I could like stock that shop way better than they can. But yeah, okay, so you're talking about our studio and or shop. You guys have an answer for that? Theo, you're nodding.
I do. I have an answer, because it's like the only thing that I'm missing is a calving machine.
Oh yeah.
I've got my
no, that's not the only thing that you're missing. Stop.
You're missing a lot of things.
I can upgrade. Yeah. I've got my fasting machine. Got my rotary tool. Got my slab saw. Got my trim saw. Got my flat lap.
Got your mill.
Got my rolling mill. Got my lathe. Really, it's the calving machine. I've got my multiple rock tumblers. So that's all I need is that calving machine. That's it. Especially after seeing Kyle polish in person, it's like, yeah, I'm done with that flat lap. Peru this. I've seen how
Well-
green the grass is on the other side, and I am done.
For Intarsia, you need that flat lap,
I
so
know.
don't write her off right now.
And for
But I
certain
get
stuff,
it.
still
I
need
get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, cabbing machine for sure.
Good answer. How about you, Kurt?
I would probably say so. I want a bigger space, so like an actual shop would be nice, but like to where I have the proper wood saws, glass cutters, and so that way I can have a custom frame shop, but also collaborate with stones and make my own moldings with insets of different minerals from around. So I guess a cabbing machine and then a good woodworking shop and all the equipment I would need for that.
I love that answer so much because the world needs that, Kurt. Like, I want to see what you would make into frames. You know, being an ex gallery owner, frames are a thing. You know, and good frames were hard to come by out here on the coast, and I just, you know, a good, like a talented frame making person is so hard to come by, and I know you would kill it. You need that, like. You guys, he needs like a GoFundMe for a shop or something because, like, I want to see that happen someday. You know, you
Someday, I
need
hope so.
to rock the frame shop. That
I agree.
yeah, the world needs that. That's a good answer. Ken says that he'd like walls in his shop.
Walls are nice.
Walls are very nice.
Walls is good.
That's a good answer. And Allison answered her own question with saws and toys of all kinds, which, yeah, like who doesn't want like a bigger saw or a robot or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need that mill that Theo
It's so
just
nice.
got. Yeah, I need
It's
that.
so nice.
You know, I would like a forge.
That'd be nice.
I need a forge.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I could teach both of you how to do that really cheap. So
all right, this podcast just got that many hours longer because we're going into forge building, everybody.
Yeah, I know, like it's crazy easy. I will tell you guys exactly how to do that after this.
Yeah, I need to like I'm going to build a sauna, and so like I'll just build the forge next to it. Like,
Yeah.
You know, pop into the sauna in between, you know, like forge sessions. And
yeah, I have one. I made it. I need to. I'm going to make another one that I'm going to adapt. I have 2 kilns given to me by the wonderful Katie did, like full-size
awesome.
kilns, and one of them doesn't work. The smaller of the 2, conveniently, so I'm going to adapt that one into a propane forge, and then the other one will be for kilning stuffs.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm at that point tonight?
Yeah, we are all getting there. So yeah, we'll answer the couple questions that I see here real quick, and then we'll wrap it up because people
my laptop just hit 15% battery, so
oh my gosh, yeah, so
running out of time, and I still have to upload tomorrow's video, so I need a little laugh on.
Oh my gosh.
Time flies when we're having fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we've got 2 more questions that we'll answer.
Okay, we got this.
Yep. And so see, like 4th time is the charm. This is like, yeah, sorry guys. When Rock
Tangents
Adventure
go crazy.
Yep. What Rock Adventure went so wrong that you wondered how you got through it or didn't get injured badly. And John, thank you so much for you know, forging through and making it to the 4th time on that one. Thank you. So what do you guys think?
Probably my snafu with the kayak.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was rough. That's still the worst though, so I think that's pretty good considering.
Yeah. Can anybody remember what episode you talked about your huge kayak incident? Because
that was a while back. That was a long time ago.
You guys are gonna have to binge watch the podcast to learn about
It's when he was doing a collab with Alex and and Katie.
Yeah, that was
It was like years ago.
it was literally like the first or second year of my. No, I had to have been the second year, but I probably had less than like 4,000 subscribers, so that would have been like 2019, I think. So yeah, like way back in the day. We were kayaking and something happened and I got flipped and my camera got soaked and the kayak went on downstream without me. So I lost a kayak and destroyed my camera in one fell swoop. It was great.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Sucks. Good answer. How about you, Kurt?
I think mine would be we went camping. We went to go like camping on the beach, and always check the weather before you decide to plan on go somewhere. We went camping and we got there. It was beautiful weather. Found a lot of beautiful shells and stuff on the rock on the beach and stuff. But I didn't check the weather before we headed there. And this was out in Galveston, Texas. And that night, or I guess like towards the end of the night, a bunch of people came and started camping too. And I wake up around like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. The tent just slapped me. The top of the tent is just slapping me in the face. It was like a hurricane type situation. Just super strong winds and hard rain, and my tent was destroyed that night. But our tent was flooding with water, and I wake Tess up, and she's like, "Hand me my books; they're getting wet." So she was more concerned about her books. I was like, "We got to get the hell out! We got to get out of here." So I'm like running back and forth to the truck, get her situated, and I guess we ended up sleeping in the truck, but like that whole experience was crazy just because our tent was trashed. And it stinks because like my warranty for the tent ended the day before that happened.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that figures, right?
I don't know how we didn't like there was so much lightning that night and super strong winds, ice, hard like cold rain. It was crazy.
Yeah. Like that's pretty much it. I think, thanks, Kurt. I think that, when the weather turns inclement on you and you didn't expect it, which I think a lot of us, we try to do the very best planning that we can, before we go out in the field. But depending on how remote you like to go and how much camping you like to do, you end up in that situation. And I would concur. Like that's where I would say we found ourselves in like the most crazy situations is when you're back deep in the bush and say it starts raining and your vehicle is not going to make it out unless you leave right now. And so, you break camp in 15 minutes and hope you grabbed everything and you're trying to slog out before you get stuck in there for like the next however many days. And then I remember we were on the Alvord Desert and we had just got the truck tent top, like the tent that goes on top of your truck, and those fold out, and it started blowing there like crazy, and it blows across the ancient lake bed at the Alvord Desert so well that like they set up glider airports and stuff like that. I mean, it's like a thing, and we're there in our tent and I'm wondering if it's going to fold on me. Like, I'm like, do people die because they get like scorpioned in a like a truck tent? Like, and so I ended up actually sleeping in the cab. I was like, okay, I'm gonna die. I'm like not staying here. But yeah, it's definitely like a weather thing for me. I mean, we haven't had any other bad experiences. We haven't been like, knock on wood, stalked by cougars or bears or anything like that yet. Good, great question though. So here's the last one for the evening, and then we'll do this again. What do you wish you know? What do you know that you wish you had known when you first started?
Oh gosh.
Thank you, Cheryl.
My answer to that question is yes. Everything, because I went in blind and I didn't have a mentor, so I had to
Same.
do all of it from the ground up.
Same.
And YouTube was
everything.
not a thing. Well, it was a thing, but there were no people doing rock stuff on YouTube back then. This was even before the time of Dan Hurd, Liz Create, who were like the OGs. This like, yeah, they're just no. It was long before that. Yeah, it's amazing thinking of how many there are now, because there just used to never be that kind of content online, and it was so hard to learn stuff on your own. So it was like a lot of trial and error, a lot of PDF downloads on all sorts of different geological maps, public land maps, and all this and that. You know, apps weren't even really a thing yet. So it's like you had to do paper maps and all this and that, books. And yeah, it was, oh my gosh, everything. My answer to that question is everything.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to agree with you. Like I've never been a strong reader. And like growing with like dyslexia and not really knowing about dyslexia and stuff. And not being able to fully read books. There's nothing. So like, and no one really showed me anything. Just I know what a rock is, and that's what I'm gonna go find.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, good answers. And I think that when you come from having like rockhounded your whole life, I think that what I wish I had known, like as I was growing up, and you know more and you know more, and you're a teenager, and then you're a young adult and you just know everything, like that I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn that into my words of wisdom too. Like the older I get, the more I realize I don't know anything, and having the learner's mind, and just whenever I talk to somebody new that is doing something, that like all of the brilliance that they bring to the table as far as their knowledge is fabulous. And to not know, I just don't know ahead of time, like just don't know. So that I can be open, to all the good stuff coming in, like all the stuff that Theo said and that. So I'll agree with that too. Do you have some wise for us, Theo?
Don't freaking take pictures of faceted stones without hemostats. Don't use your tweezers. Use freaking hemostats, because they won't freaking fall out, and you won't drop them behind your bench that can't be moved. You won't lose another faceted stone. Don't do what I do.
Yeah, like shooting faceted stones with tweezers should be like a quarters game, like a drinking game, because like they always go, they always shoot. Yeah. So
well, and usually I do it like in front of me, but I was like, oh hey, it's nice, and there's really good lighting right there, because I could bend my little lamp around, and that's like perfect little backdrop. So I leaned over to a spot I don't normally do, and yeah, clink, tap, 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 gone forever, probably.
Wow. Oh, that's so heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's some words of wisdom for you. And hello, Ontario Rockhound. Thank you so much, Aiden, for coming, because we loved seeing your beautiful shows and tells. And we're on to Kurt's words of wise.
So my words of wisdom would be, when you are out in nature, like always be aware of your surroundings, and not just of like animals, but like if you ever get into a
his device went like not connected all of a sudden. That's so sad. I didn't take him off, I promise. What do you suppose he was just saying?
I don't even know. That's the one that got away, I think.
Be careful in nature, guys. For all the things that are stalking you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Be very cognizant of animals.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if he's. Oh man, he really went away. His device was like completely disconnected. in the event that Kurt isn't coming back and we were just going through the wises anyway, we would like to thank you guys all so much for making it all the way to the end. Another end of the Rockhound podcast, the very first live ever. And I know a bunch of you have stayed here from the very beginning before we even signed on through this entire live and showed off some of your killer rocks. And so thank you for the viewer show and tell and giving us all of these wonderful questions to answer. It's been like such a blast. We wouldn't be here doing it if it wasn't for you guys to hang out with. So we thank you so much in the chat, and all of y'all out there viewing. Feel free to leave us a comment if you weren't in the chat. We would love to catch up with you afterwards. Join us on the Discord. And if you'd like to be part of the next viewer show and tell, send us either an email in the address that's in the description of this video, and we will include you in the next viewer show and tell, or join our Discord, and you can do so by emailing us in that email for the request, and we'll send you an invite where we show and tell like Monday through Sunday, doing all the goods. And Kurt just actually messaged me. Let's see. Yep, internet went offline, so we'll go ahead and say our goodbyes for Kurt too. But
we were just talking about that in the chat. Now, if he was on a paper computer, that wouldn't have happened.
Aw. Right.
Back in the day, live streams was just drawing pictures of your friends.
Right. That's great. Yeah, so anyways, come join us all the days of the week on the Discord. We'd love to have you. And until then, which will be a couple weeks from now, you know we love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the Rockhound Roundtable. And thanks all of you all who have given us so much. We will see you next time. Rock on. Stay safe and cheers. Steinfurt.
Bye.
Bye.